Hello.
Hello.
Very sorry, I got a call from the doctor about an MRI tomorrow.
I didn't know you did MRIs.
No, I'm getting one.
Just rolled like 5 times and got nothing above 5. So
Let's get the bad rolls out of the
yeah,
way.
yeah, get it warmed up.
Sweet. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I just moved room, so hopefully it's a bit better here. Sam, are you in?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just off screen at the moment because I'm sorting something out.
Okay, cool. No worries. Just let us know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm just trying to sort out my computer so that I'm not using an iPad for 3 hours.
Okay, yeah. That sounds pretty peak. Okay, so I'm gonna aim to run till about 10:30, if that's all right with everyone.
Yep.
So if you're in America, that is 4 hours from now.
Yeah, 4 hours? Okay.
I can cut it a little shorter if needs be.
Yeah, it should be alright.
Okay, cool. And then I'll probably... Is that right for you, JP? That would run till about 11:30 for you.
3 hours from now.
It's
Yeah.
7 now. So yes, sorry, that is... You're right.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like 3.25 hours, yeah. Till 4, I mean, yeah, that would be around. And then I'll probably aim to take a 5-10 minute break at like 9 so I can go for a cigarette. I just needed... I've got everyone's passives. Oh, that's so cool. Sweet. Are we all ready to go? Should I just start, or...?
Yeah, if we start, I'll sort anything out that I need to sort out.
Okay, cool. Alright, so just before we start, I usually do, at the start of a session, I'll do a kind of a quick quiz to test how much you guys remembered. Obviously, we haven't done much, but it will kind of run from, I've seen it online somewhere. I'll start on a D4. If you guys get the question right, you can add a D4 to any roll during this session. If you get it right, you can move on to a D6, etc., all the way up to a D12. If you want to move on, though, and you get the question wrong, you lose all dice, okay?
I'll
And I
roll
should
it
say,
flat.
They don't. Then there's only one dice roll for the group of you, if that makes sense. And they don't like bank. Like if you win the D6 question, it just turns into a D6. You don't then have a D6 and a D4, right? I mean, yeah, it's come in clutch 1 or 2 situations, but I mean, I'll be honest, the majority of the time it doesn't really help. But it's just funny anyway. So, question 1 for D4: what is the name of the setting? Anyone can answer.
Greyhawk.
Correct. Have a D4. Do you want to move on to a D6? They get harder.
Is it just me that answers, or can everyone jump in?
Everyone can answer.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's move on.
And you can discuss. Okay. I'm worried that I'm just you're gonna get this wrong.
Well, your first question's on the map in front of me, so.
Yeah, exactly. Does anyone remember the name of the planet?
Planet?
I'll give you a clue. It sounded a lot like Earth.
Isn't it an O instead of an E?
Is that your answer?
Better than what I had.
Something like that, at
It
least.
might not be the A either. Wait.
My first reaction was girth, and I can't get that out of my head now. So
I will tell you, it's not gas. I'll give you that,
yeah,
that hint.
but yours sounds more plausible with the O.
I think that's what it is.
Okay, we'll go for it. Orth is correct. It is
Ah,
called
perfect. There you go.
Orth. Do you guys want to move on to a D8, or are you happy to bank D6?
I'll let someone else choose. Luna could choose because she got that one right.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Might as well go for it,
You want
right?
to go for a D8? Okay. In the kind of opening bit, I explained 3 prevalent threats to the area. Can you name? I'll be lenient and say, can you name 2 of them?
I believe that would be elemental evil, a demon lord,
Yes,
Ayut, or
Ayuts.
something, and dragons.
Yes, that is all 3 correct. You guys have won a D8. Do you want to go for a D10?
Oh,
No, you want to stick with a D8?
I think a D8 could get us a lot of wins. That's a good dice.
Okay, happy with sticking with D8? Let's say D8.
Sure.
Thank God, because I was running out of questions, so that worked out pretty well. Okay, so just remember, you guys have a D8 that someone can use at some point. Cool. I'm going to go into the kind of opening spiel here. I've got written out. Sam, I don't think you said you had Spotify. Just a reminder, if you do want to listen to the music along with me, there is a link in the Discord, but no worries if not. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. So, no, you're right. Okay, so the year is 576 of the common year. Evil is ascendant across the lands of Eastern Auric. If something isn't done to curtail the growing threat, Eastern Auric will fall to tyrants, evil dragons, and monstrous hordes. Heroes are needed to bring hope to the people of the Flaneus. Even if the heroes die trying, the legends of their exploits will live on. Evil chromatic dragons dwell in the wilds of Eastern Auric. For years, adventurers have kept these evil dragons at bay, sometimes with the help of benevolent chromatic dragons. But lately, the chromatic dragons have grown restless. Elemental evil, a name given to a host of destructive extraplanar entities, demon lords, evil elemental princes, and elder gods who ravaged the world of Orth long ago. Many of these entities are now trapped in dungeons, with cults and monsters seeking to free and serve them. Adventurers are the only ones equipped to keep these malign entities from escaping their subterranean prisons. North of the free city of Greyhawk, a demigod named Ayuts has reclaimed the vast tract of land he lost after being imprisoned under Castle Greyhawk by the Archmage Zagig Ragurn. The newly freed Ayuts aims to lay waste to the kingdoms, steadings, temples, and outposts of his rivals. Adventuring parties from the free city of Greyhawk and other settlements trek across the vast wilderness of Eastern Auric, slaying monsters and exploring dungeons to find magic items the adventurers can use to defend their homeland and take the fight to their enemies. But before adventuring parties, there are adventurers, and before adventurers, there are people. And 4 of these people's stories begin in the free city of Greyhawk. Would-be heroes are drawn to the free city of Greyhawk by promises of adventure. The city is rife with opportunities for peril and plunder. The city stands on the eastern banks of the Salinton River. The river flows south from the near Div, the Lake of Unknown Depths, down to Woolly Bay and remains easily navigable for its entire length. Once a frontier hub of the great kingdom of Airdy, Greyhawk proclaimed itself free and independent 78 years ago, claiming the Salinton Basin as its territory. Adventurers drawn to the nearby ruins of Castle Greyhawk have provided a steady influx of cash to the city in the years since. So, why don't you all roll a d20, and whoever's highest we will start with.
Ah,
that would be a 10.
10.
10 to beat.
12.
12. Sam, can you beat a 12?
Yeah.
There's always one super organised guy.
Yeah.
There is. There is.
He's ready for any occasion.
As long as it doesn't catch me unaware, like rolling a dice in a D&D game.
Yeah. He just really doesn't want to go first. If I just keep pretending.
I got a 10.
A 10. So,
3 tens.
Takario,
Nice.
the focus is on you, I'm afraid.
Uh,
Give me 1 second. Okay. So, Takario, I'll move over the map for everyone. This is the free city of Greyhawk.
Before we start, I might change my name from Josh to my character name.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Takario, you have been wandering the wilderness for a while on your way to the free city of Greyhawk. You've come from the gnarly forest, and you know that the Temple of the Far Horizon, people you've aided in guiding in the past through the woods, are located kind of in the north of the city. Looking to find your own source of adventure and promise of gold or treasures or just stories to tell, you have come to the free city and are hoping to make your way to the Far Horizon. Having spent a lot of your time kind of in the woods, as you approach the city, it is somewhat overwhelming. You see that it has these huge 30-foot tall walls, kind of broken up by these round towers. You see even from a distance, there are a kind of continual stream of guards patrolling the walls, these heavy stone blocks, and you are approaching the southern gate. You see that the gate stands wide, these big 2 massive doors. You see as you're getting close, there's a kind of steady stream of people going in, a few people going out. You see there's 2 blocks of 4 guards on each side. You see one of them seems to be watching the outgoing traffic and one of them is watching the ingoing traffic. You see there seems to be one in each group who's kind of taking notes, but you don't see any of the guards kind of stopping people. Kind of on your approach, you maybe see one cart get stopped and they kind of flip over this piece of fabric, just have a little peek what's underneath, and then they kind of let it go through. So as you approach this gate, you kind of look up and you see that there's a heavy iron portcullis kind of slotted into the gate above, which seems to be drawn up at the moment. And as you kind of bustle your way through these crowds, you find yourselves inside the city. You see just buildings expanding out to the left and right. There's a kind of main highway, it seems, leading towards another inner wall. From what you know, the temple is in the kind of far north of the city. So you kind of hoist the rucksack on your shoulder, continue marching on. Why don't you just give me a perception check? Or insight? Up to you.
okay. Where's the sheet? Where's the sheet? 6 plus. Oh, where is it? Sorry.
Sorry.
Where do I find what to add?
It would just be skills, yeah. You're looking at
To the
perception
left.
and insight. Sorry, I'm completely forgetting that some of you haven't really played D&D before.
Go.
So take your time.
That is 11.
11. So you can't really glean too much, but it seems like this seems to be less financially sound area of the city. You see, especially to the left, the buildings are quite run down. They're all quite small. A lot of it's single story. There are some 2-story. You see the people walking around. Most of them are kind of wearing a kind of tunic of varying length with tight-fitting trousers and a cape or cloak. You know, the central flaneur usually kind of displaying these patterns of ovals or diamonds. But you see all the colors here are quite muted. And as this kind of city expands out on you, what does Takario look like?
Takariel is a youngish elf. She is about 150 years old now, so just ready to set off on her own. She is 5 feet, standard height, and wearing simple clothes. She grew up in the forest, so it's just what they could get from traders. And I think she's quite startled and wide-eyed.
Overwhelmed a little bit. As you continue moving north along this highway, you see a kind of group of children in front of you. Seems to be kicking about this kind of inflated ball. You see as you kind of awkwardly kind of step, not sure whether you're going to get in the way of this game, and you just hear this pelting sound of the ball and see this thing come whizzing towards your face. Give me a perception check.
Oh, nice. 19.
19. So you see it as soon as you hear the sound of the foot hitting the ball, you immediately turn in the direction. Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay. Ooh. There's dex. 10. 14.
14. Sorry, do you know what advantage means?
Yes, 2.
Yes, cool. Sweet. Okay, so you quickly duck under this ball. It flies over your head, and as you kind of look in the direction of the kick, you suddenly feel this kind of small pressure around your coin belt, around your waist.
Oh.
You kind of turn down and have a look, and there's a kind of rosy-cheeked child, a little bit too skinny, perhaps, with this kind of mousy brown hair, who's just kind of got a couple fingers inside your coin purse.
Hello.
I'm sorry, miss. I forgot this was yours, actually. I'll be going. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Apologies. I'm just was gonna get my ball and I just saw it and I thought he kind of gets a bit flustered and just trots off. You see a bunch of the kids to the left kind of giggling at him. But
I'm going to wave goodbye.
You wave goodbye, continue on your way. You kind of travel for a little longer before you get to the first kind of inner city wall. It matches the outside walls. It's still 30 feet high, and it's got another one of these gates, these guards. There seems to be only one group of guards here, and they don't seem to be taking notes, but they wave you through, no issue. And then you find yourselves in a kind of new section of the city. You see here, where before you might have seen a few stalls selling kind of odd bits and bobs, usually breads or stuff like that. Here there seems to be much finer things. You see people selling artwork, people selling fabrics or clothes and stuff like that. It seems like everyone is wearing slightly more garish colors. And as you kind of trundle along, you suddenly find yourself in this huge kind of marketplace. You see this is probably the most people you've ever seen in your life, kind of bundled into this constant like organ of movement that is just kind of pushing its way around these stalls. You kind of find it overwhelming, but as you kind of try to like push your way through these constant things going on, "Oi, miss, some lovely finest garments," kind of pass him on. "Oh, a lovely sword for you, miss. You look like you deserve one of these." Give me a charisma saving throw to see if you can navigate through without succumbing to some honeyed words.
8.
8. Okay, give me 1 second, sorry. Where is this? Okay, so unfortunately you get tempted by one of these vendors. You roll a D100 for me.
Yes. 40.
40. You actually, there is a strange vendor selling odd kind of gemstones and rocks, and he has persuaded you to buy this lump of coal. He describes it as a lump of coal. You've had to spend a gold on this, unfortunately, but you just couldn't pass up the opportunity. It's a lump of coal that he describes it so, but when you look at it, it looks like a gemstone. It's like this almost fist-sized gemstone, this kind of brilliant hue of multicolored lights as you hold it up to the light, kind of these facets brilliantly illuminate off it. So you kind of can't pass the opportunity off. But everyone else, you see when you buy it, someone kind of snickers behind your back. It seems like everyone sees this as a lump of coal. But you push on, you eventually move through a kind of more educated area of the city. You see a lot of students around here. On the left, you see seems to be more of a kind of multicultural quarter. You see all sorts of different races, dragonborns, elves, tieflings, before you get to another inner wall, and then you find yourself in this, seems like a very richly wealthy area. And here you kind of had to ask for a few directions on the way, but you know that the Temple of the Far Horizon is just kind of right off this street. There's a kind of large street intersection, and as you kind of move down to the right, you see that there's kind of a lot of dozens of temples lining the way. But you continue on, you're looking for the symbol of Farlan, which is a kind of disc with this curved line that goes over it. And eventually, you do see it. Give me 1 second, sorry. Where I find this. You see it is a kind of hidden among the city's grander temples. You see a quiet, modest house of worship with clay-tiled rooftops, a corner bell tower, and well-tended vegetable gardens. You see sick and hungry folk gathering in short lines outside, waiting for priests to attend their needs. So you see there's kind of an entranceway, kind of small. You see a few kind of robed people walking around, some of them feeding these people, offering them rest, etc. And you kind of lock eyes with you see a woman. As you see, she has dark brown hair, this long and voluminous, quite wavy, pointed ears, and thin pointed eyebrows. You see it's a gnome. You see these quite bright yellow eyes staring back at you, and she's wearing this light forest green dress with a darker green cloak and a chunky belt around her waist. You see the symbol of Farlan is kind of as a necklace on her chest. She kind of looks up at you. Sorry, can you remind me, were you a wood elf or a high elf?
High elf.
High elf. So she kind of looks at you. Oh, hello there, darling. You look like you might have come from the gnarly forest.
Yes, I have.
You have? Well,
Yeah.
I've been there myself. How's it doing?
Oh, doing very well.
Doing very
Everything
well?
is beautiful.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I was on one of those guide journeys through it, and I was helped by some of your folk before. What brings you to Grey Orc, or in fact the temple?
I have come for an adventure.
Oh, well, that I could point you in a direction easily enough. We've actually had a member of this clergy here seemed to have had some sort of accident, but he's passed on to the Black Dragon Inn. The proprietor there, his name's Miklos Dare. He's putting together a sort of adventuring party of sorts.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
your timing's perfect. I think he wants to meet on the Sunday of this week, so you'll have to kind of bumble around for a couple of days. But I'm sure we could house you here. We got some spare rooms. It's only right in payment for everything your tribe and people have done for us.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's not a worry at all. And I'd love to hear all the stories I can of the gnarly forest. It's been a few years, and I was thinking of going back there myself, but we'll see. Okay, so you kind of stay there. She shows you this room. It's quite bare, but it's got a bed. And they bring you stew every day. And in the meantime, we will go over to someone else before your meeting with Miklos there at the Black Dragon Inn. The three, Josh, JP, and Sam. Could you roll d20s again?
Uh, 17.
Anyone beat that?
6.
6, so 17. Josh. Give
Hello.
me 1 moment. Oh, I keep getting up your character sheets. For 6. Hold on. Ludwig, there you are. Okay. So.
I gotta try and imagine how my character talks now.
Yeah, you don't have to put a voice if you don't want to. It's up to you. So, Ludwig, you are in a dark tunnel. You hear a crowd, a surging crowd coming from the end of this tunnel. It is darkly lit. Your hand is gripping either your spear or your sword, up to you. You have a armor set on, and you hear this chorus of noise. You hear chants, you hear your name being called out, and kind of in between it all, you kind of hear this, Ludwig, Ludwig, and it kind of flashes for a moment. You suddenly are reminded all that clamor and din takes you right back to being in the army. The kind of clattering of weapons, the charge of a force, and you're not quite there, but you feel like you've got the next best thing. and you hear a spectator. And we have Ludwig! And you know that is your cue to step out into the ring.
Yeah, so I literally push the gates open faster than the men can pull them open. And I'm straight into the middle, big smile on my face. You kind of, I would normally carry a spear, but I think for this event I'll have a sword.
Okay.
And I'm literally just spinning it around, pointing at the crowd as I kind of give them a little bit of a show.
Sweet. I have taken the liberty of, because you didn't make it clear in your thing, I have taken the liberty of saying that these are not fights to the death, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So your sword is slightly blunted. It's a spare sword that they give you. As you kind of step into the ring, what does everyone see?
Everyone sees how tall am I? A 7'9" Goliath. I've got greyish stone skin. It's not actually stone, but it's that colour. It's got blue, almost looks like tattoos, but it's actually war paint from when I was in the wars, and it's kind of been put on so many times it's just become part of my skin pigment. So like faded blue kind of stripes here and there. Covered from head to toe in scars, and he's just a giant with well, he's not got a spear in this one, but he will have a spear. Nice long beard, some rough hair, and just a big grin on his face the entire time.
Sweet. Okay. So as you step into this ring, you see it is a rectangled area. You see that this is an old part of the city sewers that's been shut down. See, around the ring there is kind of scaffolding with kind of hundreds of people, kind of some of them hanging off the scaffolding themselves. You see the higher levels have kind of like sofas for the more refined tastes, the more richer people. And you see your kind of the pit boss up there kind of gives you a nod as well. And you see opposite you, came out before you, as you are the won your last fight, is a kind of dwarven-looking man. You see he's got a shield in one hand and a spear in the other. And you know his name is Boron. And he kind of looks up at you. Hey, Ludwig, it's me and you today. Roll initiative for me.
I just want to quickly say to him, like,
Cool, yeah, go for it.
oh, you're right, Boron. How's the family? Just as we're kind of about to tussle like we're old friends, sort of thing.
You just keep quiet about the family. I don't want the crowd hearing about them, but they're fine, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
And then give me your initiative.
10.
That is, he did get a 21 there. He rolled very high. So he's going to take the first strike. He kind of lunges. You're kind of 30 feet away from each other. I won't use a map for this because we'll try to kind of blast through this quickly. He just charges forward with spear in hand, shield in the other, and he will try to take a strike. That is only an 11. I assume that does not hit.
DC... it's armor class, isn't it? AC, yes. Sorry. 13. Yeah. 13.
That probably will be higher once you equip your armor as well. I'm not sure if it is.
I've got...
Either way...
I haven't got any armor at the moment. No.
Okay, cool. Either way, that does not hit at all.
Yeah.
You see he charges forward, but you see one of his feet kind of slips in the sand behind him, and he staggers a little bit, and his spear just drives into the sand. Quickly brings up his shield to try block whatever's coming from your direction. What do you want to do?
I'm just going to do like a downward swing. I can see kind of... I'm trying to get in there before his shield comes back up.
Sweet. So just roll a d20 and add your attack bonus, which should be +5.
Attack bonus is a +5.
I think it's a +5. It'll be your strength plus your
strength.
bonus.
Okay, so ability. So it'd be +3.
3, but then you're also adding your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with your weapon, and that is baseline +2, so it will add to +5.
Okay, yeah, +5, so it's only an 8.
8, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So you kind of strike down, but his kind of last slip kind of helps him. He just purposefully slips a bit further and ducks as your kind of sword just smashes into the sand. You see he has a grin on his face as he quickly tries to retaliate. That is an 8. He just swings wide with his spear. You bring your own sword down, just smash it out of the way. It's your turn, Adair.
What an epic battle.
See the crowd. Ludwig, Boron.
It's like WWE, we're not actually aiming to hurt each other. So
yeah, cool. Is that also going to be a miss?
Yeah, it's a 1.
Okay, interesting. You hear even one of the crowd, this match is fixed. As you kind of swing for him, he just brings his shield down just in time, blocking it. Oh, Ludwig, we're not having the best day today, I don't think.
I think we're a
But
bit rusty.
He will try. Spears aren't rusty as he strikes forward and just hits your kind of lower abdomen with a kind of the blunted end of this spear. That is going to be. It's going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
You're going to get the wind knocked out of you. It will be back to your turn.
I think we'll throw this dice away.
Yeah.
It's a 4 plus the 5, so yeah, 9.
Okay, you see he kind of strikes forward, but you're completely winded as you're kind of mid-swing as you get smashed by this thing, and you kind of lose all strength into your swing, and it just kind of clatters off his shoulder plate with no harm as he will strike again. That is only a 7 though. You see the kind of clatter on his shoulder kind of knocks him off balance for a second as he tries to swing at you, and it just clatters into your leg, unharming you, or not harming you. It's your turn again.
Oh, we got rid of the tray this time. Oh, and then it goes on the floor. It's an 8 plus 5, so 13.
13. I'm going to say this one is going to hit.
Ooh, nice.
Roll
Right.
your damage.
What is the damage? Using a sword.
It's a great sword, right?
Yeah.
It's probably 2d6 plus your strength, I think. I can check for you.
How'd you find it on here?
Yeah, let me try help you. If I get the sheet up as well. It will be if you're in combat tab.
There you go. No. I'm actually
Is it
equipping
there?
these things.
Oh yeah,
I thought I already had, but I hadn't.
that's it. It should come up in your combat tab now. They're equipped, and your AC will jump up to 17. Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. So greatsword. 2d6 plus 3. A 1. 4, so it's a 5, an 8.
8.
Yeah.
That'll do it. You see, this is why they call you Ludwig, the one hand or the one hit. You see, everyone starts cheering as they see this strike is about to hit through, and you just smash the helmet onto the side of his head with this kind of heavy sword, and you see his eyes immediately roll into the back of his head as he tries to nice work, and it just smashes with a slump onto the floor. You hear the crowd starts cheering, your name starts getting chanted around the area. You know that the fight is over. You kind of look up at your pit boss, or the pit boss, I should say, and you see that there's someone standing next to him. You see the pit boss kind of gestures with his finger for you to come up and chat to him. So you do your round of the ring, gathering all the applause. A couple of flowers gets thrown down at your feet. A couple of people just chuck their drinks at you because they put bets on Boron.
I just want to catch a random mug from the air and just splash the ale on myself.
Fine. You've done this enough times. Before you head backstage, shrug off your kind of weapons, put them on the side. You have your own weapons at home or wherever. These are the kind of weapons used for the ring, and you head through the back rooms. Climb up some stairs, or you climb up this rickety ladder to get there quicker, and you get to the top of the scaffolding, and you see Elron is there. Elron with this blue and orange bird on his shoulder that's usually with him. You see he's got this thick blonde hair and kind of curtains. He's quite young. He's about 25, you think. He kind of inherited the business from his father. You see he's got a spectacle on one eye that you know is magically enchanted to kind of get a better view of the fights. You see he has a neatly trimmed beard and mustache, and he's wearing a sky blue shirt with this teal lizard skin waistcoat trimmed with brown leather. And he's got these deep blue trousers, and he kind of looks up at you. Ludwig, there you are, Ludwig. I've got someone who wants to speak to you.
And then I'll just put a massive hand on his shoulder and say, "Who's that then?"
He kind of dusts his shoulder off after you take your hand off. This here is Miklos Dare. And you look over and you see Miklos. He's got this roaring red hair, which kind of is kind of almost slicked back. This big red beard, big burly man, and you see he's also got a prosthetic wooden leg. You actually give me a would it be like a history check or just a flat? Yeah, just a history check, please.
Okay, so that's 14.
14. You Did you? I think you did say you fought in the battle, right? The Battle of
Yes,
Emerald
yeah,
Meadows.
yeah.
Yes. This guy was an officer on that battle. He wasn't your officer, but you had seen him around in the army. And he kind of looks at you, Miklos dare, and sticks out a hand.
Okay. I'll say, God, you're a big fella, and kind of grab his hand, and it's kind of ironic
He
because
just
I'm
looks
probably taller
up
than
at
him.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a compliment coming from you. I've just I've chatted to the pit boss here, and he said I can have a conversation with you in one of the back rooms if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. And I'll just
Uh,
kind of gesture to lead the way, sort of thing, while ducking
Yes,
under a
sir.
beam.
Yeah, you duck under a beam. He takes you through this kind of curtained off room. Turns to your attention. Look, so Ludwig, if I'm right in thinking, you fought in the great battle, did you not?
A few, yes, yes.
Good to hear. And I seem to notice your skills in the gladiator ring, while strong, they seem almost wasted. I don't know if you agree. I'm not sure if you feel it, but when you're fighting in a battle, the lure and the constant edge, the fact that it's kill or be killed, that doesn't happen in the ring here, does it? He kind of looks at you with these kind of piercing eyes.
It's something I miss. It doesn't quite give me the buzz I'm looking for.
Well, I'm here to offer a job. I mean, Elros owed me a favor, and he's happy to let you go for a little while. If you would join a sort of party I'm putting together.
Okay, is it more lucrative to what I'm doing now?
It should be. I mean, this is the land of Greyhawk. This is the land of treasures abound, and I'm putting together a party. And if all goes well, I'll be able to offer more gold, or more gold will come in. But the idea is that you'll feel that again, the passion of fighting. There will be threats, there will be danger at every corner, and that feeling will not be missed.
Okay. I place my hand onto the floor, and I kind of gather some dust in my hand and rub it together. And then I just like look at it, and I say, "Yep, I'll do it. No questions asked. Just
Excellent.
yep."
Excellent. So, meet me in the Black Dragon Inn on Sunday.
Okay.
You can always pull out if you want to.
Never.
And we will move over to JP and Sam. Could you guys give me D20s, please?
13.
13.
6.
6. Okay, we will go over to JP. Give me 1 second. JP, or Lemorak, I should say. You are in the Silver Dragon Inn at the moment. It is a large, grandiose, multi-story building. You see, you're kind of sat inside, has these large windows looking out onto the street, letting in all this kind of flood of natural light. You see, it's quite busy. All sorts of people are here. You see a couple of dragonborns, a couple of tieflings, all sorts. You've got a big old plate of stew in front of you. You thought you might treat yourself on this day, and you're sat kind of near the booths on one edge of the bar, as you're kind of enjoying. What does everyone see? Sorry.
Yeah, on a very high bar stool, specifically made for very small people, you see a tiny halfling at a whopping 2 feet and 6 inches, with a motley brown short hair, and relatively young at the age of 21, light-skinned, decent clothing, though nothing too fancy, sort of simple, but definitely not something that's been worn for ages. Friendly face.
Sat there eating your stew, and you hear the door of the inn open. You kind of, just out of habit, have a peek, see who's coming in, and you see a group of halflings. You actually recognize one of them. This is Valkas Stoutwater. a semi-notable merchant from Elmshire. And you imagine the 3 other halflings with him are part of his kind of merchant group. You see, they enter in, the Silver Dragon Inn, you have to hand over your weapons at the door. There's 2 bouncers on either side. And it seems like they're making like a bit of a kind of fuss, a bit of a stink about handing over their weapons. But they eventually do. And they start heading towards one of the booths that you're kind of sat near on the bar. You see Valkus is definitely on the larger side. Looks about 55, balding on the top of his head with a kind of ring of black hair. You see several chins wobble as he talks to the other merchants around him. He's got these bushy black eyebrows, and he's wearing this cerulean shirt and waistcoat with this hefty belt holding a lot of these satchels, you imagine coin purses. And he has this kind of really horribly gaudy walking stick. It's like twined with gold, this stupid orb like on top. And you see kind of like taps his way over, and you see that these merchants seem to be in high spirits. You see 2 at the back are kind of tossing this coin pouch in their hand, and they head over to one of the booths. Do you make an effort to make eye contact or say hello? You know that, I should say, Valkus, is a semi-notable, as I said, but you haven't seen him in a while. Do you make effort to kind of say hello, or do you let them just kind of pass by?
I won't leave my stew, but
Sure.
I will bring my stew and say hello.
You kind of say hello to him as he kind of starts to walk past you. Who are you?
Yes, I'm Limerick, also from Elmshire, yeah, and also from the Farfoot family.
The
Like
Farfoot.
Yes, we have a lot of merchant trading across the seas,
Across the seas, yes. Well, we like to keep our business close to home, and as you can see, he has this glint in his eye. We seem to have made a very profitable deal just now. So, if you don't mind, I'm sure you could sit with us if you'd like. But we'll just be making our way to the booth over there.
Oh, I would love to join you. I'd love to hear the story. What kind of deal did you make?
Okay. You will kind of sit down. Just 1 second, Limerak. And they all kind of start talking to each other. So who's getting the first round? You see one of them looks over. I think it's your turn, Valkus. I think you should be getting the first round. And they start to kind of argue over who needs to get the first round. But you notice they've all got these hefty, like, coin pouches.
Yeah.
Eventually, they decide to split the bill. They painstakingly get out the perfect amount of copper pieces to pay for this round, and one of them trundles off. So, Limorak, as I was saying, we managed to rip off this idiotic band of adventurers. They slayed a dragon, if you would believe it. Ignoble. They think themselves so noble and mighty, they don't understand that we're pulling the wool over their eyes as we take their gold from them for our services. Isn't that impressive?
Yeah, definitely very impressive. So a group of adventurers slew a dragon. That is quite the feat. I mean,
yes. Well, they didn't seem to think about transporting all the goods, so they had to get our cart, which we graciously accepted their offer, and robbed them blind. We took their gold; they had no idea. So obviously we didn't take their gold, but we charged almost an exorbitant fee to transport the hoard of this dragon for them. Then obviously they kept the hoard, but we managed to pull the wool over their eyes, as I said.
wow, that is very, very impressive. Is that normal for adventurers? Do they just throw around the money that they gain?
I don't know. I think they're usually quite greedy. They like to hoard it. They don't like to spend it. And as he says this, you see the door clangs open, and you see a group of 4 adventurers walk in. You see there is a dwarf, this is the most stereotypical band of adventurers you've ever seen. There's a dwarf, takes his helmet off, and is holding this, has a symbol of some sort of god. You see next to him an elven wizard with this robe. You see give me 1 second. a female, this large burly Goliath, wearing this kind of leather skins and animal furs, and a kind of halfling seems to be with a couple of daggers at his side. And you see they very graciously and easily just start handing over this just multitudinous array of weapons to these bouncers, causing no problem. You see that the seems to be, you imagine, a cleric immediately calls out, "Drinks for everyone! We slayed a dragon!" And you see the entire bar, everyone just roars. There's just noise everywhere. People start bundling over to the bar to try and get these free drinks, and you see these 4 adventurers kind of struggle their way through the crowd. You see they're waving to familiar faces, answering all sorts of questions as they slowly kind of push through this mass of people to get to the bar themselves. And you see that Valkus kind of looks over you. "That's them. That's those foolish adventurers. I can't imagine why they're throwing their gold away right now, but obviously they just they want the attention, I'm sure, the notoriety. We like to keep the gold to ourselves. You know what I mean?"
Yeah, especially, I mean, they're kind of announcing to all the world that they have money to give away. So I'm sure plenty of people will seek that opportunity. So, but if you don't mind, I'm going to check in on them just to see, you know, maybe how did they manage to slay a dragon? It's like we said, quite a feat.
Obviously, we don't really care for such silly stories. Doesn't really affect us, does it? Now, as these adventurers, they do it all the time. What have they done for the world? You know what I mean? But of course, you are excused. Lemorak. Off you go.
Correct, yes. Then enjoy your drinks and your gold, I guess. And
Oh yes. You see, as you say gold, they kind of clutch their pouches a little closer to their chests. But you look over the adventurers, and as you look at them, you see that the female elf is staring straight at you.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over.
Do you have the? Where do you keep your crystal?
In a pocket, sort of in a coat pocket, let's say.
It feels warm.
Okay, I take it out, look at it. Does it look
It's.
strange?
You tell me what it looks like.
I mean,
Tell me
does
what
it
it looks
look
like
normal?
normally. Does it?
Okay.
What does it look like normally?
It's sort of at first glance, a normal see-through sort of white crystal, but if the light shines on it, then it fractals, breaks the light, whatever. So you kind of, depending on how you spin it, see different sort of rainbows of colors or different shimmer on top of it, like it's covered in gasoline or something.
Yeah. It looks the same, but as you get it out for just a flash, you swear you see the reflection of this elven wizard.
I'm going to walk directly at her, to her, and look at her. I'm sorry. Did you do something just now?
That's a very interesting crystal you have there.
Thank
I
you.
didn't do anything. I just sensed some sort of magic in this room and cast a little spell of my own to see where it was.
Interesting.
And it seems to
I
be in
have
your pocket.
no idea how that works.
No, well, what are you doing with a crystal like that?
Well, I'm actually a merchant. I bought it, and it sort of, I don't know, it didn't speak to me, like literally speak to me, but it kind of drew me in, and I can do a bit of magic now.
Well, I'm sure you can, but a crystal like that is far too dull in the hands of a merchant.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how that works. So how I can expand on that? How do I learn more? I don't know.
I think it'll just come to you. I haven't seen many of these, but I've heard a few things. But it seems like you need a career change, my friend.
Okay, yeah. What are you suggesting?
I suggest you head on over to Miklos Dare of the Black Dragon Inn. A patron of ours, he put our group together many, many years ago, and he's a good man, and we've heard whisperings of some sort of strangeness going on in the Erie villages, and, well, sometimes you grow too powerful, too strong for these smaller quests, and you've got to leave it to the youngsters and the up-and-comers to solve these things.
Oh, we can't all slay dragons, right?
No,
So,
not yet,
yeah.
but I'm sure your road may take you there if you continue your bond with this crystal.
Oh, well, I would certainly hope so.
Well, I seem to know an inn. I believe he's having a small meeting with some other possible do-gooders adventurers on Sunday. If you
Oh, yeah, I would definitely check that out. Yeah, I mean, can't hurt, right?
well,
Good,
can I get you a
but,
drink?
yes, definitely.
And you have a drink, ask them many questions about their dragon, about their slaying, while the merchants in the corner count their gold and split a few more rounds of drinks. And Sam, very patiently waiting there.
Hello.
We eventually, and finally, last part of the party. Holtz. Holtz, you are. It is the evening. It is dark outside. You are in the Black Dragon Inn. It is not a cold night. It's the start of middle of spring. But you see, as opposed, you've been in the Silver Dragon Inn before. You know it's very airy, very bit of fairy. But this is very. It's dim. The lighting is dim, but the atmosphere is warm. There are a few fires going. It's not cold. It's nice and warm, but the dimness allows for somewhat clandestine meetings. It is here in this exact tavern that you heard the name Kragan as so recently, and you've been kind of on a mission to see if you can overhear any more whisperings going around, and this seems to be the most culpable place. So you are kind of sat in the corner in a small kind of one-person booth, and your eyes are trained on a orc. There is a you're an orc. You're a half orc.
I think the only thing I saw was orc, so I've
Yeah,
just got down orc at the moment.
So there is another orc sat at a one-person table which has two chairs. Give me an insight check.
Yeah, of course. Where the bloody hell's the insight? Ah. Oops.
Pick your favourite.
Which one would be best? I've accidentally sent in 3.
Oh, just do your normal roll. I can't see the chat. Doesn't even work for me, so I can't even see it.
You got a 13, 19, or a 7, or an 8. There you go.
Or an 8.
We'll go with just pick one. Give me one.
13. I did that one first.
13. You see, he looks a little nervous. Every time someone comes in the door, eyes flash straight to the door to see who is coming in, and then every time so far, he's immediately kind of downcast his gaze afterwards. And you're kind of watching him. He seems definitely like a shifty character, and you're kind of nursing your own small ale that you've bought. Felt a bit weird just sat here with no drink or food. And you see the door opens, his eyes flash over, and you see the gaze maintains. And you turn your eyes to the door. You see a gnome. You see he's wearing this leather overcoat and dark clothes underneath, and he pulls back this hood, and you see his eyes are staring straight at this orc as well, and he starts kind of wandering over to that table. You see he's got a bit of a swagger, seems confident, whereas the orc seems a little bit more worried. You see he sits down, and you can't really overhear what they're saying from here, but you see that the orc is getting out a pouch, which seems heavy.
Okay, what I do is, or what Holtz does, is he finishes his drink, slides out from the booth, which is a bit of a struggle because it's quite large. He stands up, walks basically beeline straight over to the table, sits down, claps a hand on the bloke's shoulder, the orc that's pulling out the pouch. He goes, "Hey mate, do you know my cousin?" He says, "You look really familiar." I think I've seen you before.
You see, are you trying to do an intimidation check, or are you just saying it and seeing what happens?
I'm genuinely I'd say less so an intimidation check and more of a persuasion. See
Yeah,
if I
you
can
can
catch
go
the
for
vibe of
persuasion.
him about the
Go
situation.
for it.
I got -1 in persuasion. Oh, I got 13.
13. You see, he kind of looks nervous, very on edge. And as you sit down, you see that the gnome is also kind of looking at you suspiciously, but he seems confident in his stare. And you see the orc kind of looks up. No, I don't know. No idea who you are.
Oh, my mistake, mate. I must have thought you for someone else. My name's Holtz. I'm looking for a man called Krogan. If you've seen him, let me know. Mr. Is it a gnome?
Yes, I'm a gnome.
What's your name, Mr. Gnome? It can't be Gnome.
Brandon.
Brandon.
Brandon. That's my name.
What's the pouch for? And do you have a minute to talk about the love of God?
No, I'm sorry, we're very busy here. The pouch was just we were going to split the meal.
Ah, could I have some?
Wouldn't mind. We would like to be left alone.
In that case, whilst he's looking around, Holtz is going to try and see if he can find a table that's relatively nearby.
Yes.
And just naturally go and sit down.
Go for it. You sit down. Yeah, there's a table fairly nearby, but you make it kind of far enough away so that it's not too obvious. But you find yourself a seat. You see, they're both kind of like looking at you suspiciously. The orc seems more rattled. The gnome is just kind of keeping an eye on you a little bit. But after a few minutes pass, they kind of seem to almost forget about you. And they continue chatting. You see he slides the coin purse over. And you see they both stand up, start heading to the door. And just as they do, you hear the orc say, you are pretty sure he says, take me to Somas.
In that case, at that point, Holtz just stands straight up. And he's very noticeable. I realize I didn't describe him.
Yes, sorry, no, I forgot to ask. Describe.
Yeah, no. So Holtz is very identifiable. He's late 20s, early 30s. He is very large. So for an orc, so he's about 6'5". He's built like a brick shithouse. And he's completely bald. There is no hair on him. Like
Nice.
No eyebrows, no beard, no hair on his head. And he's got basically from here, he's got a scar that runs in a circle that looks like it's caused a slight dent in his head, and it's just spiderwebbed out from there, where he was hit in the head with a car. So Holtz is super noticeable. He stands up, he storms straight over, and he says, "You do know someone. You know my sister." And then he grabs him.
As you're shouting that out, they dashing out the door. They're running out the door.
I want to take off after him.
You immediately start sprinting after them. They are bundling out the door. They're sprinting down the street in front of you, and you are grabbing the door as well, just trying to frantically follow after. So what we'll do is a skill challenge. So you are chasing these guys. You're going to give me 3 skills. You're looking to get 3 successes before 3 failures. It's up to you. You pick a skill. Describe how you're going to use that skill to aid you in catching these guys, or at the very least being able to tail them and keep an eye on them. And we'll go from there. So what do you want to use for your first skill?
For my first skill, I would like to use a history check to see if I can remember the history of the area, if there's any cutouts or alleyways that I've been told about whilst I've been studying at the temple.
Cool. Give me a history check. I'll say the DC that's very plausible is 8 for this.
10.
10 will do it. You see that they are kind of already got a good lead on you, and they're bundling right into an alleyway, and you know that there's a kind of side passage immediately to your right, which will kind of diagonally cut off and should at least be able to pop out where you can still see them. So you do so. You start sprinting down this alleyway. You see there's a few people out. It's nighttime. There's streets are well lit by the lanterns and also open windows and curtains. And you're just kind of bundling through people, jumping over carts, and you dash out into this alleyway. You look left, look right. You see them closer now, but sprinting down this other track or alleyway to the right. Give me your next skill check.
Okay, I'm going to use. Is there any horses or anything in the streets whilst we're going?
Yeah, we can say yeah. We'll say that there's a couple horses. Yeah.
Okay, what I want to do is, as I'm running, I want to use animal handling to basically slap a horse's ass and make it just run down the alleyway to like basically push people out of the way.
Okay, cool, sweet. So yeah, you see that there's there's a horse, must be a smaller inn or something, and there's like a feeding trough to the right of it, and you see that these two horses are kind of tied up at the moment, but you just run past, just slash it with a dagger, no problem, slap it on the arse, and it starts bolting down through this alley. People are jumping out of the way. You see that the two people you're chasing kind of looking over their shoulders, this horrified look on their faces, but you have created this clear pathway. Give me another skill check.
I would like to, whilst I've made a clear pathway, I want to try and use athletics to basically run them down and just get hands on either the gnome or the orc, whichever one is closest and easiest.
Yes.
For my athletics,
what was the skill again? Athletics. Very nice.
I got 23 on that.
You are sprinting after them. The horse eventually comes to a stop. You kind of jump round it, and you see them just tuck into this small alleyway just in front of you. You come pelting around, sprinting around it. You see that the orc is at the end of this maybe 30-foot alleyway. He got his hands on a door in the side of the street, and he's in the middle of opening it. You know exactly where he's going now, at least. And as you're kind of looking at him, you've gained enough space. You just have a second to think, I've got him. Shit, where is the other one? And you see a club just smash kind of right into the bridge of your nose. You see your kind of consciousness starts to fade, but as you do, you kind of got there in time with the 3 successes that you see one of the windows nearby. There's a kind of a man looking through it, and he cracks the open immediately and starts shouting for guards, shouting for help. You see the gnome kind of curses under his breath, fuck, and he starts kind of moving towards the door, just running away from you. You see he had his kind of club raised for another strike, and then your vision fades to black.
Okay.
You wake up. Give me one moment. You wake up in a familiar area. You are in the temple. You're in the Temple of the Far Horizon. You see, looking down at you is Telberth. This is a kind of father figure to you, someone who helped you kind of ingratiate yourself with the temple at the start. He has a good head of white hair for his age, a bit of a widow's peak, but for a 70, he's doing very well. You see his hair moves seamlessly into a medium-length, well-groomed beard and mustache, and he's got a large hooked nose and these deep blue eyes with kind of wrinkles to match his age. And he's kind of looking down at you with a frown, but as your kind of eyes just flutter open, the kind of candlelight is kind of causing a bit of a headache. But you see as he smiles, and as he does when he smiles, it seems like about 10 years fall off his face. And you see a deep grin kind of look down at you. Oh, Holt, you're well?
I'm awake.
Well, careful, don't get up too quickly. You were badly injured, your nose was, and we've had to kind of stitch it up a little bit, but it's looking like it's good. What were you doing, Holt?
Well, I was in the bar preaching the good word, and I ran across some ne'er-do-wells who I thought they knew something, and obviously they disagreed, and I got a bop on the nose.
Well, Holt, I have to congratulate you, my friend. You have uncovered a valuable pet smuggling ring. There was an orc who'd lost his tabby cat called Thomas, and they were taking people's pets and offering them back for a lot of gold, targeting the weak and vulnerable, and you've done an exceptional job uncovering it. But Holtz, you can't keep doing this. This is the 3rd time this month, this has happened. These are places, and I'm sure, I'm not saying you didn't spread the word, I'm sure you spread the word, but these are places I thought you'd come so far, Holtz. You'd been doing
yeah.
so well.
I know magic. I can heal people. That's all right.
No, I am talking about your mind. Krogan and Somas may be long gone now.
But I don't know until I can see.
I know. Look, Holtz. I think it's time you struck out on your, not own, maybe with a group of people, but struck out, as a favor to me at least. It may be that Krogan and Somas are around, and it may be that they're not in the city. You may find out information out there. You've been cooped up here for so long. As a favor to me for all I've done for you, would you just please go along to the Black Dragon Inn on Sunday and think about maybe joining an adventuring group and going out there, putting your skills to the test, spreading your word, spreading the word, and maybe you'll find out more information out there. You can't keep diving around bars, paranoid, listening in to conversations, busting pet smuggling rings, and breaking your nose every 2 days.
At that, Holt sits up out of the bed, swings his feet down, and he goes, so what day was that again? Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's all right.
And I'll promise I'll keep my ears out for Krogan or Somas. I give you my word. And if I hear anything, I'll try to get a word to you as soon as I can.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But for now, I think maybe a good bowl of stew.
Sounds good. And he basically just like walks out of the room.
Cool. Okay. So a few days pass. You guys all do different sorts of things, pass the time, and eventually it is the 12th day of planting, and you all are heading over to the Black Dragon Inn. A lot of you will be familiar with it. Takariel, you've definitely never seen this place. It is a... Give me 1 second. It is a 3-story, slightly run-down inn situated in the heart of the city. A sign carved to resemble the grinning visage of a black dragon hangs over the front door, and a stable is located behind the inn. We'll go in the same order. Takariel, you're very eager and keen. You arrive first. You approach the door. There's a kind of grinning face of a black dragon above it. And just as you're about to enter in, give me a dexterity saving throw.
14.
14. Something catches your eye just above your vision, and you quickly sidestep as a drip of acid coming drooling out of this face of the black dragon above just splashes onto the floor right by your feet, creates this kind of sizzling sound. And you kind of look up, and you see that there's another drop slowly forming in the corner of the mouth.
Does it seem sentient?
Doesn't seem like it. It just seems like a kind of metal head that someone's kind of smithed and molded and put there.
Okay. I think I'll just continue past.
Yeah, you just push into the door. You see it's kind of the middle of the day, so it's not packed in here, but there's a few people. See behind the bar, this red bearded man, a prosthetic leg, looks up at you. Miklos Dare, my name is, and you, maybe I haven't seen you around these parts.
Well, I'm Takariel.
Takariel, you here for
Yes.
a drink, food,
An adventure.
an adventure? Oh, I see. You must have heard word. Are you from the temple?
No, I have friends there, though. I'm
Oh.
from the forest.
Oh, I see. Well, you're the first to arrive. I've got, I think, 3 other people arriving sometime soon. Please sit down. Would you like a drink or something to bite to eat or anything?
I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Take a seat by the stool. Let me just serve this customer here. He kind of waddles over to the side with this awkward prosthetic leg, starts pulling another pint. After that, I think we did Ludwig. Ludwig, you arrive. you know the deal here. It's someone's put a prank, someone's cast this spell. You know, the Silver Dragon Inn and the Black Dragon Inn have this kind of friendly rivalry, and their latest prank has been to cast this spell on the Black Dragon head to drip acid every now and then. So your eyes are already concentrated on it. You wait for it to drop, head in. You see Miklos there, the person you met up with earlier, and you see Takariel, this elven looking ranger type person.
I kind of just handshake with was it Macross? Is that what his name?
Miklos.
Macross. Yeah, I'll give him a big handshake, like a firm handshake.
Ludwig.
And then obviously I assume Takari was not going to be sat next to them or around them.
You tell me, Takariel, where do you think you sat? Takariel?
What?
Una? Where do you think you've sat down?
I think just at the bar.
Yeah, sweet. You just see her at the bar.
I don't really know if she's there for it as well, so I'll just kind of pull up onto the stool and I kind of just lean on the bar and I'm just doing like general chit chat with the barman.
As you kind of like awkwardly look at her, you see Miklos kind of looks up. Oh yes, that's I think was it Takariel? Was it? She's here for the adventure as well, I think.
Nice to meet you. And once again, big hand out and just go for the handshake. And I might shake your shoulder a little bit much. Don't know my own strength kind of style. Yeah. I'm Ludwig.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I kind of, can I have an ale?
Oh, of course. Yeah, 1 ale, 4 coppers, please.
Come on now. Did you see the fight yesterday? That's worth 4 coppers.
That's worth 2 coppers. Give me a persuasion check.
It's a 9 plus persuasion. It's a 9.
He kind of looks up. You know, I've put a few adventuring parties together, good sir, and I tell you there is a fondness for bartering for things that have a set price. They will try it. You will not succeed today. I am afraid it will be 4 coppers for an ale. That is the price on the menu. Not everything is up for barter.
You're a tight-fisted old man. And I'll slide 4 coppers over.
Sweet, and he pours out a nice ale for you, this frothy head on it, and this wooden tankard, sets it down next to you. Then we have Limorak. You arrive at the Black Dragon Inn. Up to you whether you think you've been here before.
I don't think I have.
You don't think you have, so give me a dexterity saving throw as you get to the door.
That would be a 6.
6. As you're kind of reaching up for the door, you just feel this drop on your shoulder and this sound as you look over and you just see a bit of smoke rising from whatever clothing or armor you're wearing, and you see a small kind of indented acid mark as it kind of sizzles out.
Just what is happening? Step away, go inside a bit so it doesn't drip on me again. But then look around at everyone else. What is happening here?
You see, Miklos looks up. Did the acid get you?
Yes. Why is there acid dropping?
Oh,
from the ceiling or something?
The latest gift from the Silver Dragon Inn. They've got me back good. I'm still kind of thinking about how to get them back, but I'm sure an idea will come soon. Yes, a forewarning. Just be careful when you exit and enter the building. Sometimes a drop of acid will hit you.
I'd like to just like walk over and tip a little bit of ale on the burn mark. Just like cool it down, and I'll sit back down again.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, big guy.
Ludwig.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna sit down somewhere.
Are you here for the adventure as well? You all seem to be turning up one after another.
I got a bit distracted. Yes, I was told by some wizard lady to come here because they should. Yeah.
Oh, the ones that slay the dragon.
Yes.
Oh, good folk
Exactly.
they are. They sometimes pop in every now and then. never forget their patron. They don't. I'll tell you that. Well, this is Ludwig, and this is here is Takari. I'll let you introduce yourselves. Well, I just.
Yes. I'm Limorek. I'm very small, I know, but please don't step on me or something. Uh, and I'll stand on a stool by the bar just so I can see above the table.
Yep, you do so. A drink or food for you, Limorek, was it?
Oh, food. Definitely. What do you have? Something warm.
Yes, I got a stew. I've got a lovely stew, potatoes
Yes.
and a bit of rabbit. That'll be 4 coppers. Let's say.
All right. Then that's like 4 coppers off the table.
And I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. And then finally we have Holtz. You arrive at the Black Dragon Inn. You were here a couple of nights ago, in fact, so you're very familiar with the place. You know to step aside of the acid drop, head in, and you see 3 odd assortment. You see there is a Goliath, a halfling, and an elf all stood around the bar, like the start of a joke. And you enter yourself. You see Miklos Dare, the proprietor. You've kind of bought a couple of drinks and food off him before, but he seems to be stood behind the bar. Ah, is that you, Holtz? Is that your name?
Yeah.
From the Temple of the Far Horizon?
Yeah, and then as Holtz nods, and he looks like he doesn't have any hair, but he looks like he's slicking back his hair before he comes in to handshake him. He's like smoothing his hair.
He just reaches out a hand of his, shakes your hand. These 3, I'll let you introduce yourselves. I'll just go get a bowl of stew for Limorek here. But, this could be the start of an adventuring party here. I'll let you be for a moment. As he trundles off behind the bar.
All right. Does anyone know what exactly we are doing here?
Having fun.
I hope so. But how? I
By
suppose we're not.
screaming the word.
Sorry,
He
what?
pulls out his pendant.
I'm just nursing my ale, and I'm just like, I was told there's fighting, and there's money,
Okay. That's something.
and I'm gonna go for a handshake with you, Limerick, just because you're so small. It's like humouring for me.
Yeah, take one of your fingers.
Yeah. Just like, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And Holtz, is it? And I kind of go over the top of you, Limerick, and to reach for Holtz because I think you're just as tall, if slightly shorter, and I'm going for the handshake as well.
Slightly short.
Yeah, so I'll try and reach out for the handshake over everyone.
Step forward. Just shake hands.
He comes back around the bar with a bowl of stew, puts it on the bar. So I'd imagine the 4 of you be having a lot of questions.
What are we doing?
First and foremost, yes, what are we doing here?
Well, so I should say, the villages of High Erie, or the village of High Erie, has reported troubles with one of their streams. They are based along the river. He kind of unrolls this big old map, puts it on the bar in front of you all, and he kind of points to the small. Did I move you across? Yeah, you guys should see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The small kind of dotted trail going southeast out of Greyhawk. He kind of traces that with his finger around the curve, past the kind of junction that goes south, continues east up into the Cairn Hills a little bit. I think I can ping it actually. Do you see? Maybe not. I can actually. Yeah, it's literally about there. Just the hex down from that. He points right there. This is the village of High Erie. They have a small stream that feeds into the old Erie Bend River, the Erie River, and they've reported some sort of fungus or slime kind of growing along it, and they're getting a little worried for trade because it seems to be spreading. And They're concerned that if it hits the Erie River itself, it might cause problems with trade. A lot of merchants come through from the Cairn Hills and the mining towns, so it's an important stop-off point. And they themselves sell a lot of wool and goat's milk and stuff. It's a heavy farmer area, so they'd like someone to investigate the source of this strange kind of pollutant, and if possible, solve it.
Is there anything to fight over there?
Well, we're not entirely sure. I mean, the trail itself is slightly dangerous. It's not quite the main road, so there's always a chance of bandits or such. But to me, the reason I'm kind of interested, it seems elemental in nature. I worry that something is rumbling in the area. I mean, the Battle of Emeraldy Meadows, I fought it myself, as I know did you, Ludwig. But there are still remnants out and about, and they do what they can to cause any sort of problems or havoc. So I worry that it's something to do with an elemental threat, and if so, there could be all sorts of dangers or creatures.
Ah, so I'm here to protect these guys as they go to study whatever this fungus is up this stream.
Yes. If not study it yourself, you never know. You've fought in the battles themselves. You have experience with it. So and do you have any other questions? I mean,
how does a fungus relate to elemental forces?
Well, I mean, they describe it as a fungus, but I think it's more of a kind of ooze. I worry it's something from the elemental plane of ooze, bordering the elemental plane of water and the plane of earth.
Okay.
But I may be wrong. It might just be a fungus. It might be a fungus. I don't know. Either way, it's a problem, and it needs a group of adventurers. So I said I'd try put one together. And sorry, Takario, did you have a question?
Yeah. How does a fungus or an ooze disrupt trade? Surely the stream is still usable?
The stream, the Erie River itself is fine, but it's spreading down the stream. I've had reports, apparently they sent a few people to investigate, but they didn't go very far. Apparently it reaches a cave of sorts, and they didn't dare to go in. But near the top of the cave, the water was almost thick like a jelly. And then as it kind of grew further away, it turned more water-like with more of this algae-looking stuff on top. I'm not too sure, but it's spreading. And they worry that if it will spread to the Erie River itself, it might get in their wells, in their drinking water, and if the river solidifies into a kind of jelly-like muck, then I'm sure the boats will struggle to kind of push through it.
Will I have any sort of inkling of what it could possibly be with like a history of some of these symptoms? Would I, more in my own mind, I'm not going to voice them as such, but
sure.
Would I recognise any of these symptoms?
Can you give me an Arcana check if you would like?
It's an 11. What about history if I've fought them in the past?
Yeah, you can.
I'll say it's not much more.
It's more going to be
13.
Arcana because when you kind of look back on your own history, the Battle of Emeraldy Meadows was more, they managed to summon a lot of creatures from the elemental planes. They built this kind of cult, and they were fighting open battles. It seems kind of after they've broken up, this might be a more kind of subtle way, kind of, infecting the local area. It's a slower growing thing. It's not anything you would have encountered because you were mainly just fighting hordes of these creatures.
Okay.
Right, then I guess we should just walk there, right?
Well, it's up to you. I imagine the quickest way will be walk. Yes, I mean a boat will take a lot longer. You'll have to follow the Salinton River all the way to the south, and then go up the Erie Bend. That'll probably take a lot longer. I imagine walking will be the quickest. And I would kind of leave. I imagine it'd be about 2 days. 2 days walk.
Okay.
How much for a barrel of ale? Like a
barrel
small
of
keg that I
ale.
can carry on my shoulder.
Give me 1 second. A small gallon, a small barrel, like a 5-gallon barrel.
Yep, sounds good.
That'll be about 5 gold.
Now, the fight yesterday was worth at least a gold.
Oh, we're doing this again, are we? Give me a persuasion check.
Nat 20.
You know what? I'll do it for 3 gold.
3 gold. You've got a deal.
3 gold, but it has already been tapped. I had a couple, or not tapped, I should say. It's a little empty, I think, but it's basically full. But 3 gold is fine.
I put it on my shoulder and I turn the tap just to check it works. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm ready.
You can add that into your inventory. Probably weigh about 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Okay.
Anything else? I mean, look. This is.
Yeah, I'd like a goose.
Sorry, what did you say, sir?
Cooked goose, like a whole goose. Cook it.
A goose. You'd like a whole
Yeah.
goose.
Yeah.
I can get you a whole goose. Right? Yeah, sure. You wanted? Sorry, did you say you wanted it cooked or uncooked?
Cooked.
A cooked goose. Sure. He kind of calls over his shoulder. I've got any goose. Any geese left? A couple of geese. Chuck one. Start cooking one up. And they start. You start smelling the aromas of a cooking geese in the back. Look, so I'm happy to give you these things. This could be the start of 4 of your most profitable, adventurous lives. This is the land of Greyhawk. Treasures abound. Adventures lie around every corner. Treasures lie in heaps of gold. There are bandits who will steal. There are magic items in every corner. What I'm trying to say is, I can't really pay you for this. I'm putting you together. I imagine you'll find treasure on the way. But if this goes well, then the offers will come rolling in, right? You know, you need to make a name for yourself. I don't know. You might just go out there and drop like flies. I don't know that yet. But you return from this, and we can be offering you. I'm sure quests will come in for your aid. You just need to make a name for yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. One more question.
Sure.
Do we have a contact there or something? Anyone in particular we can talk to?
No, there's the Witherwinds are in charge there. It's a family. I always get confused. There's the Erie villages. There's Erie Bend lower, and there's the Erie High Erie, I should say, slightly higher. Let me just think. I think it's the Fair Heights. I think the Fair Heights are in charge. He's a sort of mayor. There's a church there, I believe, some sort of priest. And there's a small tavern, but no contacts as such. But they're probably notable people you might want to speak to if you'd like any more information.
All right. I guess we can ask around.
Yes, sure. Is there anything else, or are you happy?
I'm just going to stand by the door with it open, ready to go.
He looks ready to go already.
Yeah, I guess I need some rations, but then I'm ready to go too. Yeah.
I mean, if you'd like to stay a night, I'm happy to offer you all a private room here for the night, if you'd like to get any shopping done or anything like that. But obviously the adventure is in your hands now.
So what time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Okay.
Do we know of any small settlements along the route we're going to take?
Not really. You think High Erie is the kind of first settlement. He's kind of pointed it out, so I can drop it on your map now as well. Give me 1 second. Can you see that?
It says 2 days away, did you say?
Yeah, it's about 2 days, depending on the pace. I think it's going to be 2 days. It might be 3 if you go at a slow pace the entire time. But you probably will have to spend 1 night kind of camped in the wilderness.
I got my goose. I'm ready to go.
Got my ale.
Well, I guess I actually do have rations. I forgot about that. So I guess I'm ready to go too. Nothing in particular I need to be doing here still. So,
You
all
ready?
right then.
Yep.
Mhm.
You wait about.
Sorry, as everyone's walking out the door, if that's what's happening.
Yep.
I just want to make sure everyone's got their gear, and I'm kind of looking them up and down. I'm not like touching them or anything like that, but I'm just making sure, like, kind of in a protective way. I want to make sure they're actually gonna be able to be okay.
Yeah, so you kind of gauging them. What does he see, kind of like weaponry wise, on Takariel first as she goes in front of him?
I think you can really only see the longbow, but there is quite a sack that seems to have a lot of things.
Cool. And then Lee Morak, do you see any sort of weaponry on you or anything like that?
Just a sort of tiny, tiny dagger that's on his belt, and a, I mean, a spear for a halfling, so more of a stick for you, sort of tied to the side of his backpack. So not necessarily reachable in combat, but it's there, just in case you need a stick.
And then finally on Holtz.
The Holtz has a mace, a shield, a spear, and a short bow.
Cool. So just from like even just a glance, you're seeing Holtz definitely very armored up. I imagine it's only Takariel and Holtz you both are wearing armor as well, right?
Yeah.
And Limarak, you have no armor on, or do you
No.
have a light armor?
No armor.
Yeah. So that's what you're kind of seeing from a glance as they kind of walk out in front of you. So you all ready to go? If anyone does want to buy anything, we can just quickly just do. We don't have to role play a shop. If you can just think of something quick that you want to buy, we can just get that out of the way. But
Is there a way for me to get heavier armor at all?
Actually,
Actually, no, I'm
what
not. I'm
armor
not.
do you have?
I've got chainmail, but I'm not going to bother actually.
Well, I'll be honest. The next armor up will probably be half plate, which is about 750 gold, and then above that is full plate, which is about 1.5.
I could barter that down. That's fine. No, that's fine. I feel like I wouldn't even be worried about what we're going up against anyway. So
sure.
Yeah, okay.
You're probably set for a little bit with that armor. Okay. Cool. So you guys start going out the eastern gate. You are in the Clerkburg part of the city. It's more educational part of the Black Dragon Inn that is in. You head through some streets. You see there's a lot of people out and about. Carts are going through, kind of laden with trade. You see some market stalls are all open, selling various wares. A lot of people, some children playing in the street. You see a couple of students maybe going past with books or some sorts. The whole kind of city seems to be kind of teeming with life. And you are leaving it. You are going through the eastern gate. And as you kind of step out, you see one of the soldiers kind of takes a few notes of the four of you as you kind of trundle out of the city. You see ahead of you just these almost seemingly endless, just rolling pastures. Not really hills, just this flat land, small kind of bumps and lumps. A lot of around the city will all be kind of farmland, all split by these fieldstone walls and hedgerows. You see the kind of direction that the trail is leading is taking you towards the Cairn Hills in the distance, 15, 20 miles away. You see these rising hills kind of pushing out of the ground, and you are on what is called the Erie Trail. It is kind of not quite a full road. It's this kind of packed earth which has seen a lot of traffic, and it just seems to be kind of slowly meandering along these fields. And as you kind of all taking your first steps along this path, I'll just take a quick break because I want to go for a cigarette. So I'll just take, if anyone wants to make a drink or anything, we'll take 10 minutes, and then I'll be back, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Sweet, we're back. Can you hear me? I don't think I can hear you. Hello. Sam, can you talk a sec? I don't know if it's just me.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you, Sam. I cannot hear you, JP. Nope. Sam, can you hear JP? Is it just me?
No. I have to disconnect and reconnect, maybe?
Yeah, you might just need to refresh.
Let's try this then.
Yes, I can hear you.
Because I'm pressing the wrong
Can you hear
buttons,
me
that's
now?
why.
Yeah, I can hear you, JP.
Okay, so strange settings as always, but
Yeah.
okay.
I can hear you, Josh. I can hear you, Sam. I can't hear you, Luna. I think you're just muted, though. Yes.
Hi.
Yep, I can hear you. Sweet. Is everyone having fun? Sweet. Cool.
Yes.
All right. So, you guys, tell me. I'm gonna try out something I haven't really tried for travel. So, what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna have one of you kind of nominate to be the designated lookout. So they'll be kind of responsible for most of the perception checks if you come across any encounters. One of you designated as a kind of more hunter type, seeing if you can forage food and make sure your water's kept up. And then one of you just will be kind of constantly looking out for a good place to spend the night if it comes down to that. And then the fourth can just double up on one of those rolls, either give advantage to someone or roll for yourself. How does that sound?
Cool.
I have +2 to perception, so
Cool. I think Takario, you probably have the highest perception, right?
Probably.
It is also +2.
You have a +2?
would
I
you be
think-
better for
Let me
hunter
check.
gathering?
I think you have a +5, but let me check.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, your perception is +5,
Oh.
and your survival is +5. So that's up to you, really. You are
Oh,
the ranger.
that's what it is. Okay.
Maybe you should fill the role of someone who can do all of the other checks. So the fourth role, someone who can do one of everything, just in case someone fumbles a roll.
It's not a bad idea. And then who wants to be kind of designated lookout?
I feel like I would naturally be doing it as
Cool.
an ex-soldier and being as tall as I am.
Sweet. And then as for the kind of looking for camp, I will accept investigation as well as survival.
Yeah, survival would be the better choice for me.
Cool.
But yeah.
Sweet.
I guess I'll take investigation.
Okay, cool. So tell me what kind of pace you want to travel at. So just rules-wise, it is if you go at a fast pace. Let me find it real quick. Fast pace will give you disadvantage on perception and survival checks and stealth checks, but obviously you're moving faster. You can do 30 miles a day. Normal pace will give you disadvantage on stealth checks, but nothing on perception checks, and that'll be 24 miles a day. And then at slow pace, you are able to, you get advantage on perception and survival checks, but you're only doing 18 miles a day.
Would it still be roughly 2 days travel? Like, what's the mileage?
It would be. Let me just count it up real quick. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will take you to that tile there.
Okay.
It's 25 miles. So at normal pace, you can get there, and then you've only got 5, 10, 15, 20 miles left. So it will be 2 days at any pace apart from slow. If you go slow pace the entire time, it will take kind of 2.5 days, which means 2 nights in the wilderness.
I mean, I'm good with normal because I think
Yeah.
my strides are quite wide anyway.
I'd say normal or fast for this first one because we've only got half a day's worth of time if we set out at midday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. I will say, to be fair, you could probably push into the evening a bit to make it a full day, which would be 8 hours. It'd take you to 8 p.m. It's kind of mid-spring, so there will still be a little bit of light. And as you're kind of walking around now, you see that the sun is out. There's a bit of cloud cover, but it's not rainy. There's kind of a light breeze kind of on your face, which is kind of nice for the journey, but it's not bad weather at all. So
Just a question. I took 4 damage in that little battle at the start.
oh yeah, that
I've
would have
still-
been
I've
several days ago. So you can
I
long
can get that
rest
back.
yourself. Yeah, you can long rest
Ah, okay.
yourself, and that should bring everything back. That's fine.
Okay,
No, that was permanent damage
sweet. Yeah.
of your max HP.
Just
as a
trauma
gut
before I set
punch,
out.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, does anyone want to do or kind of chat or do anything as you're kind of traveling along now?
Could I kind of look at Limerick and just be like, do you want to lift? As you got the shortest stride of all of us, and I think we're at normal. Did we decide normal pace? Oh,
Yeah, I mean we're not running or anything, so I'm fine just
Yeah.
walking. But thank you for the offer. I might take you up on that, especially when we do need to run for some reason. By the way,
the offer's always
is
there.
is the air getting thin up there? It's like
I've never noticed it.
I mean you're like 3 times my size.
The thing is, I've seen halflings before, and I kind of just find, like I said, like them amusing, and I kind of give you a wry smile, and I just say, the offer's there if you need.
Well, thank you.
Does someone want to roll a d20 for me?
Who wants to start?
Who's going for it?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Interesting.
We teleport
Okay.
there.
So that is this is a check to see if you encounter anything. So 20 is definitely an encounter. So someone roll me a d6, but re-roll if you get a 6.
Bags are not doing it.
5.
5. Okay. Interesting.
Dragon appears.
Dragons attack.
It's come back for its gold.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
Oh dear.
Okay. So you guys start traveling for a couple of hours. Gets to kind of middle afternoon. It's quite a pleasant stroll. Weather's nice. You see that there's all these rolling hills, but there's sometimes these kind of small kind of like groves almost, or clusters of trees that are just kind of dotted around the place. You imagine it was probably this massive expanse of forest very far back before it was all cut down. But you kind of pass a few people on the way, but it's not a heavily used trail. You've maybe seen 1 or 2 wagons on your journey so far, and most of them have like an escort of guards. And it reaches about 4 in the afternoon, and you are kind of just about to enter this kind of wooded grove where the trail is going through. Who is designated lookout?
That'd be me.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 3.
Okay, Luna, as you are Takario, as you're kind of filling in the gap, give me 1 as well.
Changing my dice.
That's cool.
15.
15.
Thank you.
Luna, you see behind you, quite far away. You maybe it's kind of hard to tell because it's in the sky. You see this lizard-like thing with wings, and it is a far way back. It is, you can't tell if it's either really, really far and of a huge size, or not quite that far but a smaller size. It's hard to tell. But you see this thing is beating, seems like leathery wings. You're kind of squinting to keep an eye on it, and it is starting to fall into a dive bomb towards the group of you. You see, as you kind of clock this and start to kind of relay information, the grove of wooded area you're about to head in is kind of in a dip, and you see on the other side of it a caravan of people with about 10 to 20 guards around it, and you see they are shouting and calling and like beckoning you to run in this direction. Luna, as a ranger, give me a Arcana or Nature check with advantage.
23.
23. 23 is very good. You are like clocking this, you relay information, you're looking at it, you're looking at the way it's beating its wings, you're judging the distance to it. You are certain this is a green dragon wormling. It's a younger green dragon, but you are very knowledgeable. The fact this thing, if it gets you with one of its, it spews this kind of poison out of its mouth. If it gets you guys with one of these breaths, you guys are pretty much toast. You are certain that you guys need to run, is basically what I'm saying. And this guard at the other side of this small grove is shouting over. You see a bunch of them are slinging over bows, getting out weapons and stuff. Why don't we all just roll initiative real quick? Let me just add a turn order. And also I need to drop you guys on a map. So you got a 15 check, so it is that far away. Let me just measure that out.
7. I'm rolling terribly.
Okay, let me drop you guys in here. Okay, I'm dragging you over now. It's not much of a map. This is just to determine distances.
Cool.
You guys still probably can't see anything, right?
See,
Just a white stripe, let's say.
yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. You guys see anything now?
Yeah, I can see
Long
4
white
tokens.
stripe.
You
You've
know
got
that
soldiers
from
at
the
one end,
screen.
wormling at the other.
Okay, and
Yeah,
you can see.
4 tokens to the right and 1 token to the left.
So the 4 tokens to the right is the caravan that you need to get to. It is about 340 feet away. The dragon is behind you, about 380 feet away. So did you all roll initiative already?
I got 15.
Okay.
I mean, I can do it with my token, so you don't have to do it manually, but
Yeah.
otherwise
Well, if you just, I think I'll just do it manually for now. If I could just add
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, I've got a 7.
Add turn. Okay, so Ludwig, you got 7. Holtz,
15.
15. Zakariel,
9.
9. And Limarak,
4.
4. Okay, let me sort. And let me add this guy. Okay, he gets an 11. Okay, so what we are going to do here, this is technically a chase. So we're using chase rules. Each participant can make 3 plus their con modifier in dashes before you have to start making checks to see if you get exhausted. Yeah?
Yep.
At the end of each of your turn, you'll roll a d12 to see if the next person suffers any sort of complications. This obviously means that you might be able to get the wormling to suffer complications as well, which have various degrees of effects. You are basically aiming to try get to these caravan before this thing gets to you, right? So, top of the initiative is Holtz. I am going to roll who's at the bottom of the initiative? It would be Limerak. Roll a d12 for me to see if Holtz suffers any sort of complication.
That would be a 12.
12. Let me check. Sorry, guys. Just gonna have 1 second here. DM's toolbox. Jesus. A 12 is no complication. Holtz, you are free to use your turn.
Cool. Right. Well, I cannot hit that thing because it is too far away. So I'm gonna dash.
Yes, very
Away.
smart, I would say. What's your dash speed?
My movement speed is 30, so
It'd be 60.
yeah.
So 5. Sorry, each square is 10 feet, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Holtz, you start immediately. Takaria, what do you say to everyone as you kind of see this? Luna?
Sorry, what was that?
What do you say to everyone as you kind of clock the dragon? You know what it is, and you know the threat it poses. What do you kind of say to the group?
Dragon, run!
Nice. Holtz, you just start take off into the kind of thicker part of this grove. You see that the path is still kind of maintained, but there are kind of roots, gnarled bits, and you even see that the path kind of goes in a circle, so you know that a straight line is probably the best thing. So you start dashing kind of into the underbrush, just slapping away branches as they come and try to scrape at your face. Is then going to be the Green Dragon Wormling. Holtz, give me a d12. You are hoping for lower numbers are better.
A 10.
10. Unfortunately, that means he suffers no complications. So he is going to take a dash. $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 feet. That is then going to be Takariel. As this thing is just going into this dive, it kind of flaps these huge wings as it just dust billows off the path as it kind of reaches almost ground level and just starts hurtling towards you guys. You see this kind of venom almost just oozing out of its mouth and making this trail behind it as it just kind of starts to gain on you guys. Takariel, I'm going to roll to see if you suffer any complications. No complications. That is a 12.
Okay, so okay. So can I touch Limerak and cast Longstrider?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay.
That would be your action and a spell slot, but yeah, go for it. What does that look like?
I just touch him and say, "Run."
Okay.
Yes.
Do his legs just grow to normal height?
Sure. I'll go with that.
So you feel your whole torso just lift off the ground a couple of feet as it feels your legs just grow. And then I assume you still have your movement as well, Takariel.
Okay. So then I will move my full movement.
Okay, so that'd be 30 feet.
Yes.
Just so you know, in the future as well, do you understand the dash action? Do you know what that is?
So I can either do an action or a dash.
Yeah, that is how it is. And
Okay.
a dash will cost an action, and it just doubles your movement speed for the turn. Does that make
Got
sense?
it.
So you move forward 10, 20, 30 feet. You start sprinting off into the forest as well. Can you roll me a d12 to see if Ludwig gets any complications?
11.
11, you're all good. Ludwig, it is your turn.
What did that spell do for Lemurak? Is it increase his stride?
His
Essentially,
speed
fast.
increases by 10 feet.
Okay, so you're probably at like what normal? I don't know what the halfling.
Actually, faster than all of you now, I think. But
Okay, okay, so I
yeah.
don't have to worry about you anymore.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to dash then.
Cool.
70 feet.
Very nice. Ludwig, 70 feet. Nice. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You start sprinting. Holtz, you've got this head start, and everyone, you're kind of dashing, and then you just hear this heavy pounding of footsteps coming up on your left as Ludwig just kind of charges past you at this full pace sprint.
Just
Ludwig,
ale just leaking behind me as I go.
Ludwig, roll me a d12 to see if Limerak suffers any problems.
9.
A 9. Let me check. I think you might just. You're all good. Limerak, you're all good. It's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna scream like a little baby and run and dash. So I suppose my movement speed is 10 feet greater now, right? So
Yeah,
it's
it's
40.
with long strider, it's 10 feet more. Yeah.
So I move 80 feet.
Okay. Limerak, what do Holtz and Ludwig see as you come past?
A tiny body, let's say, with legs longer than the body itself, just streaks past all of you.
Yeah,
with-
just charging through. There's a couple of roots, and you're just kind of bounding over these roots. Kind of catch a branch as you kind of swing forward. Roll me a d12 to see if Holtz suffers anything.
a 6.
6. Okay. Holtz, as you're kind of sprinting through, you see to your left, there is a. Let me find it. Seems to be this strange kind of like. It's a bugbear. It's this furry creature. Stands about almost your height, basically. It's got a couple weapons on it, and it's about 60 feet. It's kind of left and behind you, 30 feet, and it's kind of looking at you as you kind of like lock eyes with it. Give me a wisdom or charisma saving throw. It's up to you to try and kind of make sure this thing doesn't come after you as well.
About 12.
12 will do it. So you just, what do you do to this to make sure this thing doesn't come after you as well?
So I rolled wisdom. So as I'm running, I basically like take one of the goose legs that's got some meat on it that I'm still holding as I'm running, and I just point like past him as I'm running to basically point back towards the dragon.
He kind of looks over his shoulder. This face of horror just falls, and he just like ducks down. He starts sprinting in the opposite direction from you guys, and then you have your turn.
I will. So I just looked back through, and I do in fact have a short bow, which has a maximum range of 320 feet.
Okay.
So what I will do. That's 350.
340 feet away from you. Oh no, 330 feet away from you right now.
In that case, I'm just going to dash again.
Okay, sweet. So that's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Very nice. So that is This is now round 2, so that is your second round of dashing. Everyone can get 3 for free. As you're just continue sprinting through the forest, just ripping your way through brambles. They're kind of making these small marks on your arms, but it's nothing. The absolute fear and horror of the things behind you is just powering you through anything. Roll me a d12 to see if the dragon suffers a complication.
I got a 4.
A 4. That is good for you guys. Okay, so the dragon is going to make a save here. Rolls a 5 on the die, plus 3 is only an 8. The DC is 10. You just hear this kind of crashing sound from behind you as one of you kind of turns your shoulder, and you just see it's like smashed into this branch, and it's just tangled for a second before it kind of rips its way free with its momentum. But it's basically 10 feet of its movement will count as difficult terrain, so it will lag behind 20 feet than it could do normally. So it will normally take its dash, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, but it only gets 100 feet to there. It is then going to be Takariel. I'm going to roll to see if you get any complication. That is an 11, so you're fine. Takariel, what do you want to do?
I will just dash.
Dash, very nice. Is that 60 feet?
I don't know how to calculate dash.
What's your normal movement? It's just double your normal.
30.
So it'll be 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Takariel, your kind of ranger instincts start kicking in. You're quickly like hyper-analyzing the path through the woods and finding the kind of quickest method, kind of bouncing from root to root. There's a couple of low branches which you just springboard off almost, just gaining momentum as you go. But you are all very aware this thing is slowly gaining still behind you. You hear now crashing, just the sounds of the wood being splintered. You hear its breath kind of just oozing out. It is then going to be Takariel. Roll me a d12 for Ludwig.
9.
9. You are fine, Ludwig.
So this caravan we're trying to get to, is that basically safety, or is that just reinforcements basically?
You're unsure. I mean, there's about 10 guards there, and you see that they're actually unstrapping bows. So as you're kind of like analyzing it now, you're noticing you don't actually have to get right up to them. Hopefully if you can get kind of within bow shot range of this thing, you're hoping either it's reinforcements or that the dragon will just back off.
Okay. And we're running through woodland.
Yes.
Is there a way that I can use my rope to almost tie a rope, like loop a rope across 2 trees in its path to either tangle it up or slow it down, or?
Okay. Yeah, you can. I could say, let's say you could do it. It'll take your action to do so you wouldn't be able to dash.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll say that if you, it'll basically count as a guaranteed chase complication for it, as well as maybe getting another one, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
If you want to go for that. So give me a...
Athletics, as I'm running, I'm kind of doing it?
Yeah, go for athletics is fine, or sleight of hand, up to you.
So that's 9 plus 5. It's 15.
15, that'll do it. You kind of take out this rope. How do you describe how you kind of do it as you're kind of sprinting?
I suppose I'm kind of pulling it out of this sack.
Yeah.
And I've already got some like pre-made knots I might have done,
Sure.
just to get ready for like making a hammock almost.
Okay.
And I literally just, one side of it I managed to wrap round, and it just conveniently wraps around itself and tightens. The other side then I kind of have to fasten myself.
Yeah.
But it's a very quick knot. It's just something that I've done multitudes of times when setting up camps and etc.
Cool.
And then it's literally a case of I just duck under it and just keep running, and I can still set my movement, can't I? So 35
Yes.
feet.
Sweet, 35. Ludwig, 10, 20, 30. It's in 10-foot squares, so I'm just going to put you 30 feet. If you could just keep in mind that you've done 5, an extra 5,
yeah.
that'd be great. And then could you roll a d12 for Limerak, please?
6.
6. Okay, so same one again. So Limarak, as you're kind of sprinting through these long legs for the first time, you kind of like look over your shoulder to the right to see it, and you see kind of far in the woods seems to be another one of these bugbears. Maybe it was like a pack that got separated, and he's now looking at you. Give me a wisdom or charisma saving throw to try and deter this thing from joining the chase.
These D6s that you gave us at the beginning.
Yep.
Do you add them before the roll or
No,
after?
you can wait till after and then decide to add.
Okay. It's probably not going to help much on a natural one.
That is not going to help in a natural one. Well, what's your total? Because I will. Raw rules is nat ones don't mean anything apart from in combat.
But on a save?
Yes, still not. It's just attack rolls.
Okay, that would be a 6, and I guess then I will.
You could add the d6. It's up to you. It's only one
for
between your.
another 6, so
That'll
12 total.
Cool. So you're going to use that dice. What do you do to try to deter this thing from joining in a lot closer than the dragon?
I'm just gonna look at him, my face complete shock and screaming like a child and running past him. Just
he looks
make him
confused for a
understand that-
second before
Yeah.
he looks in the direction that you're running from, and starts kind of like shocked, starts sprinting away as well. You have your turn.
Yeah. There's not much I can do at this distance, at least. So I'm just gonna sprint away for another 80 feet.
Sweet. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. All right, can you roll a d12 for Holtz, please?
That's a 1.
That is a 1. Interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. Holtz, as you are sprinting through the woods, you sprinting through the woods, you kind of jump off this route through this gap in these two trees, just kind of making almost an arch. And as you do, you just smack your head on something which feels slightly soft, and you start hearing this enormous buzzing sound as a swarm of wasps starts just trying to flood around you, and they are going to try to take one attack roll on you as you run past. What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
That is only a 12 to hit. So you quickly just backhand with your arms, just flailing. You manage to get a few of them off, and you just continue powering through. What do you want to do with your turn?
Well, the distance between. Okay, the difference between me and that guy. I think I'm going to take my last dash.
Okay.
So 60 feet.
60 feet, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yep. Cool. You have 3 dashes plus your con modifier.
Mm.
Cool. Sweet. Can you roll me a d12 for the dragon again?
Yep. 10.
10. That is no problem for the dragon, unfortunately. It is going to dash another. It'll get to the rope on its next turn, if that makes sense. It is getting closer and closer. You see it just smashing through these trees. It's just breathing fire. Stop running! As it just hurls, this kind of breath is just poisoning the area around it. It is then going to be Takariel. I'll roll a d12. That is a 5, unfortunately. So Takariel, give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay, so, sorry. In front of you, you see there's this patch of these vines. It's, as a ranger, this is razor vine. These are very thorny, kind of spiny things that can kind of rip at your skin as you go past it. So it's up to you whether you want to move an extra 10 feet to avoid it, or risk making kind of a saving throw to jump over it.
I think I'll try and jump it.
Go for it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
10.
10. You kind of go to kind of jump right at the last second, but your foot slips in the mud, and you kind of make this jump, but you only get halfway across it, and your back leg drags out behind you and kind of rips through this. You take 7 points of piercing damage as it just shreds your back calf. You feel it's still kind of tangled up as you get back on your feet and continue moving, and it's still just kind of ripping before finally it kind of lets go almost. And you do have your still full turn to do whatever you want.
Okay, I think I will dash.
Dash 60?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll me a d12 for Ludwig.
Ooh, 1.
1. Ludwig. You are kind of following in Holtz's footsteps, and you just pass through this swarm of wasps right behind him as they will try to take an attack on you as well. Of course, I just got rid of the swarm, so get it back up again. Cool. What's your AC, Ludwig?
17.
17. That's only going to be a 7. So you just kind of like, do you have a helmet or?
No helmet, but I basically I take a drag of the ale and I just spray it into them. It kind of disperses them enough for me to run through.
Just make this gap in them as you sprint straight through in this kind of head-shaped hole in the swarm.
That's the one.
And you have your full turn to do what you want.
How far are we from the caravan, the soldiers?
So you're 260 feet away from them, but if you only need to get about.
Have they got longbows or short bows?
Yeah, they have longbows, so you're actually very close. Oh no, sorry. Let me check. Let me actually check. I think they have short bows.
Did the dragon's movement get reduced from my rope?
Yeah, it's gonna get that on its next turn.
Oh, it's next turn. Perfect. Okay. Everyone seems to be okay and running, so. Can I do another 35?
Yeah.
And then draw my bow and hold action for when it gets in range?
Yes, you can.
I'm
And
technically
just
halfway
to
into
answer
that
your
next
question
round.
earlier, they don't have bows, but they have all these spears that they're ready to start throwing. So that will only be 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Alright, ignore what I just said then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no
I'll do a
worries.
full dash. Oh no, the third one's still free, isn't it?
Third
exhaustion.
what, sorry?
The dash, because we can only have so many.
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, I'll dash again then. So
Okay,
that's 70.
Cool. That is then going to be Limerak. Ludwig, can you get me a D12, please, for Limerak?
Number 1. Oh, it's a 3.
3. Okay, Limerak, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay. That's another 1 for 6.
Okay. Limerak, you are close behind Ludwig as he's kind of sprinting just in front of you. And as he kind of sprays out this thing to disperse the wasps, you just run straight into it and just get ale blinding in your eyes. You start squinting, trying to cover them, trying to just like rub it out, but you are technically blinded for this turn, which will halve your speed.
Okay. Especially when I'm blind, I have nothing better to do than just to keep running or
Yeah,
stumbling.
you
I
just kind of
guess.
stumbling along, trying to make sure you don't just fall flat on your face or in a hole or something. So that's only 40 feet, is it?
Yeah.
There we go. That is then going to be Holtz. Can you give me a D12 for Holtz, please, Limerak?
That's a 4.
There's a 4. Holtz, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Yes, I can. Put it out. For those. Is that dexterity?
Yes, please. Saving throw.
13.
13 will do it. You see that there's a kind of fallen log in front of you, kind of half molded, and you go to kind of leap off it. And as you kind of put your foot on it, you notice that the floor actually falls about 10 feet just behind it. So instead of just jumping up, you quickly just drop your kind of knee to kind of sag, and you just take the kind of fall with a roll as you land on the kind of mossy ground and just roll straight out of it. You have your full turn.
Cool. How far is the dragon now? So
From you, it is 220 feet.
220.
But
So
you
I
are
could
kind of
have-
guesstimating it's doing about 120 feet per round. But you do know it's about to hit this rope.
Oh, I could do a pot shot at it with the short bow.
It's up to you.
Yeah, go on in. I'll take a pot shot at it with the bow.
Let's go. That's
I'll try
the
and shoot it.
extended range, right? So this would be with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's the wrong way. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so it's a disadvantage, yeah?
Yes.
I'm assuming a 5 doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, a 5 is not going to hit. You turn and you're just kind of watching through the trees, waiting for like this perfect moment where it's right in your view, and you see it. You take the shot, and it just thuds into one of these trees just to the right of it. Kind of quivers as it hits. So is that only 30-foot movement for you that turn?
Yeah, it's 30-foot movement.
30. Okay, Holtz. Roll me a d12 for this dragon, and this will be. It's going to hit the complication from the rope. This is just to see if it gets a second complication.
9.
A 9, so no second one. We'll say the rope acts like the... We'll say it acts like this one that we had before, which is 10 feet of difficult terrain. We'll say it's 10 feet guaranteed difficult terrain. If it fails the save, it will be 20 feet of difficult terrain as it gets tangled up in it. So it's going to make a dexterity saving throw. DC is not too high. It will succeed, so it's only going to be 10 feet of difficult terrain, so it will drop 20 feet this round. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It is getting close, though. Takariel, you are starting to feel it close on your heels. I'm going to roll a d12 for you. That is a 12. You're fine.
I'm just going to dash again.
Cool. 70 feet, was it? 60, was it?
60.
Cool. Okay, cool. It is then going to be... Can you roll a d12 for Ludwig, please?
Yep. 3.
3. Ludwig, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
20.
20, you're fine. You kind of see this kind of like big hanging bulbous kind of plant of some sort, and you're about to kind of hit it, but as you just catch in the corner of your eye, it's like dripping just this enormous amount of pollen, or it's just like oozing off it, and as you're about to hit it and just disperse this straight into your face, you quickly just duck last second. What do you want to do with your turn?
Sure. They've got javelins, aren't they? 60 foot. Might as well just get to safety. There's nothing I can really do, is there?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I
yeah.
mean,
So
yeah.
this dash is going to cause exhaustion, isn't it?
what's your Constitution modifier?
Constitution is +2.
So you can do 2 more dashes for free then.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll do another dash then. Another 70
feet?
feet. Yep.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Cool. Can you roll a d12 for Limarak, please?
That's 3.
3. Limarak, can you give me a Constitution saving throw as you are about to hit this plant as well?
Before I forget it, this time I'm going to use a luck point. To give
Cool.
myself advantage.
Very nice. Good idea.
So that's better. That's an 18.
18 will do. You are kind of too busy. You see him duck under the plant, and you kind of confused for a second as to why he would do it. So you just smash straight into it, but just in time, you just cover your eyes as this just blanket of pollen just covers your face. You quickly smear it out before you open your eyes again. You have your full turn.
Nice. Still not a lot I can do at this distance, so I just keep running. You know, starting to get
80
my wits
feet, yeah?
back. 80 feet. Yeah,
Yes. What's your con modifier?
+3. So
3, so you're fine as well. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So you are actually almost safe. Holtz, can you roll me a d12 JP for Holtz, please?
yes, that's a 9.
A 9, you're fine, Holtz. You got your full turn.
What was it? Was it the con modifier allows you to do extra dashes?
Yes, what is your modifier?
+2.
So you can do 2 more for free.
Cool. I'm just going to do another dash.
Cool, go for it. Was that 60 feet? Sorry, I keep forgetting.
No, it's fine.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Cool. Then, can you roll me a d12 for this dragon, please?
Sure thing. 8.
8. Not quite what you need. It's going to have its full turn. Okay. Takario, you are now close. This thing is very close to you. As you kind of turn over your shoulder, you get to kind of see it now fully. You see that it is obviously a green dragon wormling, but you see the kind of detail on it now. You see it's got this kind of long snake-like neck with these kind of spines, kind of flat, kind of dorsal spines almost running down the entirety of its body. You see its tail is almost double, triple the length of its body, and it kind of just curls almost like it's kind of slithering through the air the way it flies. It's just this kind of fluid motion with its wings. You see it's just this constant stream of this poison energy out its mouth, and it is 10, 20, 40 feet behind you. Oh, I need to roll a d12 real quick. You are fine with an 8.
We need
I
to
think I'm
move.
going to take my last dash.
Yeah? Go for it. So that's 60. 10, 20,
Yeah.
30, 40, 50, 60. You are close. That is then going to be... can you roll a d12 for Ludwig, please?
12.
12. Ludwig, you are fine. What do you want to do with your turn?
So those debuffs for the dragon's movement, are they permanent? Or are they just for those
No,
turns?
they'll just be one round. You see it's kind of, it got tangled up in that rope, but you see it just spread its wings and the rope just snaps almost easily. But it kind of tumbled onto the ground and then had to pick itself back up.
The next turn, it's gonna be over them guys. So one, we said a range of 60 for the soldiers roughly. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it seems like they're one move away. From the order you're seeing, the main concern here is Takariel.
Yes, yeah.
Because you imagine the dragon, if it wants to move up next to her, it will have to dash, so it won't be able to use its breath weapon, but it will then be kind of on her.
So if I were to, let me just play this out into my head. If I was to use my bonus action, Cloud's Jaunt, to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to teleport in front of her, could I then use some of my movement speed to drag her forward?
Yes, you absolutely could. You could move... I've
got 70 movement speed.
You could do 35... Well, what's your I mean, if you could carry her with your carry capacity, then it wouldn't hinder your movement at all. If it's too high, then you can still move at half speed, I think it is.
Because I mean, even at half speed, that will get her into the zone, wouldn't it?
I think it just would, because you're actually technically 5 feet
5
ahead
feet
of the
ahead.
tile you're at.
Yeah.
So that would that would really clutch. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. So if I could do that, then I'll
Okay, yeah.
teleport in front of her.
What does the clouds jaunt look like?
It's literally, as I'm running, I just disappear, and it's almost like there's almost like a vapor that's left behind. Like any moisture that was in the air that I was taking up, it's just left a kind of like a hole there. And I've just appeared in front of her, and I've just grabbed like a shoulder plate or whatever I could from behind me, and I'm running, and then I'm just dragging her with me.
Yeah, sweet. So Takari, you just see Ludwig just appear in front of you and just grab your kind of like collar and just start dragging as he moves forward 35. So hold on, let me just figure this out. You go there, then you can do, we'll say 4 tiles because you're 5 feet ahead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you drag her with you to there. So that does bring you, yes, within range.
And everyone else should be okay.
Should be fine unless they get a really gnarly complication.
Yeah, that's what I can do.
Ludwig, speaking of, can you roll me a d12 for Limarak, please?
And then this is where I'll just spray some ale back behind me again. It's a 5.
Is a 5. Limarak. You are basically encountered, there's another patch of this razor vine in front of you. You see there's this thorny stuff in front of you. It's up to you whether you want to use 10 feet to avoid it or risk the saving throw to push past it and take damage.
I mean, I'm gonna spend the 10 feet.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate innate sorcery.
Cool.
Grab
Does
the
that look
crystal.
like anything?
So as I'm grabbing the crystal from my jacket and pull it out, you see like, again, like a rainbow mix of colors that seem to, I don't know, come out of my pores essentially and get drawn into the crystal, which starts faintly glowing. And then I'm, seeing more people around, and we're not alone. We can do this. Turn around and shoot a sorcerer's burst at the green dragon.
Go for it.
With advantage now.
Yes, very nice.
For a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Roll double damage.
Yeah, so that's nice. And just to recap, does that work? Too bad. Sorcerer's Burst, when I roll an 8, you can roll another d8. So I rolled an 8.
You did roll an 8.
Yes, and
So
a
you're-
6. So 14 times 2 is 28 points.
Well, it'll be
damage.
roll the double dice instead of double the damage, if that makes sense.
Right. So,
Okay, so wait, so you rolled an 8 on your first attack, on the
Yes.
damage, right? So that gives you another d8. So you're then doing 2 d8s, but it's a crit, so you're doing 4 d8s.
okay, yeah. So 14,
And then another
15,
d8.
and 18 points.
18 damage. Oh my god. Okay. What does your sorcerer's burst look like?
The rainbow colors sort of manifest into a purple beam that shoots through the
Undergrowth.
leaves, undergrowth. Thank you, and directly to the dragon, which doesn't burn or anything, but he looks very confused for a second. Psychic damage.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. You see he just like rings his head, it kind of shakes his head, and you see he staggers in his flight and kind of bundles into one of the trees and kind of spins for a second before he corrects his flight again. But he's looking like confused almost on his face. Do you want to move your normal movement, I assume?
Yes. So 40 minus 10. So
Very nice on the 40. These long legs just powering you forward.
I believe it's
You-
one less because I had to move around the.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, you're right.
The razor stuff.
And then can you roll a d12 for Holtz, please?
Yes, that's a 1.
It's a 1. Holtz, There's a lot of these wasp nests around, man. I don't know what to tell you. You kind of bundle through this growth, and you step. Your foot kind of just sinks into the ground for a second. You hear this kind of, I'd say it's this kind of like red fiery ant's nest that you've just kind of put your foot straight in. They start kind of swarming up. Let me roll, see if they even hit. That is going to be a 22 to hit, I assume hits.
Yeah.
That is going to be... I am looking at the wrong stats. Give me 1 second. Swarm of insects. There you are. That is going to be... 8 damage.
Ooh.
As you just feel like these stabbing, kind of like fiery pinpricks of pain as these things have kind of crawled into your boot and are starting to sting. You try to just like purposefully press down with that foot harder as you run to just try to squash anything that managed to get in there, but you do still have your full turn.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more dash.
Cool. 60, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more dash.
I will say also, I mean, I might be wrong. I think your half-orc lets you bonus action dash a couple times a day. It'll be in your features and traits.
Adrenaline rush. Yeah, you can take the dash action as a bonus action. Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll do one adrenaline rush. To take that as a bonus action.
Yep.
And then I will. I'll shoot another arrow at this dragon.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, you're joking. I got. Oh well. I got 1 critical and 1 11.
Oh, that's so peak. What 11 total?
Yeah.
No, that's so peak. So just for a split second, you see the perfect shot, and you see it just drilling into this thing's head, and then just one of these ants bites again on your foot, and you just jerk your bow back in a quick second and just fire the shot preemptively. So you still get your dash, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It also gives you some temp HP, right? If I'm wrong. I'm not wrong.
When you gain a number of simple hit points equal to proficiency bonus. You can use this trait a number of times equal to it, so I get 2 bonus HP. Or 10.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah, go for it. And then can you roll me a d12 for the dragon?
Cool. 1.
A 1. Cool. It is going to pass through the wasp nest as well. We'll see if it gets hit. Only a 13. They do not hit as it moves forward. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
They just splatter like on a windscreen.
Yeah. It just opens its mouth, chomps down on a bunch of them, and it powers through to kind of right behind you guys, and you just see Takario and Limerak right as you just pull in that last 10 feet. You just hear this kind of throw, and you just see this hail of spears just start arcing over all your heads, kind of thudding into the ground right in front of the dragon as it beats its massive wings, coming to a full stop where it is, and just beating the ground just into the billowing kind of dust cloud almost just behind you guys, and it just roars with this enormous kind of like bellowing sound as this vapor just escapes out of its mouth, and it just starts to try to push back with its wings and backtrack now. It is going to be Takario, your turn.
I will take out my longbow.
Yep.
And knock an arrow to fire.
You go for it. You could cast Hunter's Mark if you wanted. That's a bonus action, I think.
Okay.
It's up to you. So you have a bonus action and an action to spend, and an environment action. So your environment action would be to pull out your bow. Action would be to shoot. You do have a bonus action available for abilities that use them, but it's up to you. If you want to just take a shot, then take a shot.
So if I use Hunter's Mark, then I can't shoot there.
You can still shoot, because it will be a bonus action to cast a spell, and then just your normal action to take the shot.
Got it. Okay. Then I will use Hunter's Mark.
Go for it. Does that look like anything special, or is it more just like a psychic thing in Takariel's head?
I think it's like, you know, in Paddington, how he has like that hard stare.
Yeah.
I think it kind of looks like that,
You just
and then just like a shiver runs down the target's
Yes,
back.
so it just starts even more frantically just trying to push back with his enormous wings just flapping. You were even getting kind of like pushed back in the ground a couple of inches by the force of the wind coming from it, and you pull out your bow.
Do I do that? Do I click that? Did that do anything? Oh, here we go. Okay. Is it within... Oh, yeah, that's within 150 feet. Okay. So I roll a d20 and then...
I think it's +4 for you.
Yes. So 18.
18 is going to do it. That is
Okay.
close. So roll your damage.
That's a d8 plus a 6. Oh, wait.
Be +2, I think. Oh,
Yes,
and then a d6 on top.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's 5 plus 4. 9.
And then a 2.
No, I already added
Already
the
added
2.
that. Sweet, so 9 damage. Very nice. You take the shot. As you're kind of getting buffeted back, your hair's just kind of blowing, streaking behind you. You take the shot, and it just drills kind of right into the chest of this thing. It kind of roars and squeals out, "Stone Sight will not fall like this," as it tries to kind of push backwards as much as it can, but it will take the 9. It is looking like injured. And all of you, actually, as you're now looking at, all of you give me a perception check.
5.
12.
7.
8.
8. JP, you notice that one of its wings part of its neck seems like heavily burnt, like it's sustained like some sort of heavy burn or scorch mark. And as you're kind of looking at it, as its underside is revealed, there are these kind of claw and bite marks kind of all over the torso of it. And you see its kind of ribs are kind of poking through a little bit, like it looks very almost starved and like it has been in, well, I'll leave you to interpret what you will. That is then going to be Ludwig.
I'm going to move within 5 feet of range and just two-hand spear it straight in the chest if I can.
Go for it.
So that'll be... Really? I won't do that because that's a 6.
That's a 6 total. You go up, go to spear it straight in the chest, and you see your kind of don't put anywhere near enough force, and the wind of its wings is pushing you back as you're trying to like push into it, and it just falls a little bit weak, and it hits the skin, and you come to realize very quick that the skin of dragons is very tough, and it just kind of hits this scale almost like a piece of stone. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I moved 20 feet forward. Is that 20 feet?
What do you mean?
It's,
Yeah, you moved 20 feet forward, yeah.
Yeah, can I then use that last 15 feet to move back?
So I should say really, because you don't.
Is that just like one
Every
action?
creature can take something called an opportunity attack.
Oh, yes,
So
yeah.
it will get a free swipe on you if you do. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am then. I'll stay where I am.
Cool. Is then going to be Limurak. Limurak, yeah, what do you want to do? It's looking kind of worrying now because it is in range of one of you. And it is looking desperate.
It seems to already be hurt. And I move up to it, actually. So 10 foot closer.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Sick.
For a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
Okay. Oh, that's cocked. That is an 11.
Okay, then it takes 11 points of damage and is moved 10 feet back.
It has 11 health. Limurak, describe how you destroy or kill or whatever you want to do to this thing. As it's kind of right in front of you, beating these wings, you're getting buffeted back, all your clothes are just streaking right behind you. Tell me what happens.
So in the left hand he holds his crystal, holds it forward, and the right hand just pushes open while he says "boo," and a loud explosion of sound crashes outward and crashes into the dragon wormling and pushes it back into a tree, and then one of its broken ribs sort of pierces through his body and pushes out on the other side. I'm like, that was lucky. Now I know that halflings are actually lucky.
Pierced onto the tree, you see the rib is coming out, you see this vapor that was coming out of his mouth is now just leaking out of all of its wounds as its eyes, and you see as its eyes lock with you for a second, you see they're kind of glossed, they're like almost like they have cataracts, they look completely grey, like stone almost, and it just looks at you for just a half second before it just droops completely limp where it is. The guards start to call out, "Jesus Christ! You managed to kill that thing!" A few of them start running forward.
Definitely, it was completely unharmed when we saw it first. We did all the work. We are heroes. Tell our tales.
Can I just turn around with like my frizzy beard, frizzy hair from like the static? Because I was so close to it. I'm just. Yep. What he said.
He kind of looks up. You're heroes, are you? Have you got a name?
I mean, so far we have 4 names. We will think of something and let you know.
Oh, that sounds all right. Are you all well? All okay?
I am. I'm looking around to the others. Is anyone badly hurt?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll. Should we kind of like go over to, I don't know, like any sort of like wagon they have or something like that, just kind of rest on it. And
So you're kind of looking at it now. It seems like there is a wagon, like almost a closed wagon, like a carriage. And you see that there's kind of a window in the door, and there's this youngish man is kind of looking out, peering out with his eyes. He seems to be kind of almost a noble, and all these guards are surrounding him. But they will kind of let you guys come over, try to bandage up your wounds, patch you guys up as best as they can. And I think that's probably as good a time as ever to end the session there. It's 10 o'clock now. So, yeah, is that all right with everyone?
yeah,
Cool.
Cool. Did everyone enjoy that? I was
Yes, I did.
nervous leading up to
Yeah.
it.
Good stuff.
Cool, sweet. Give me honest feedback on the chase, because I never actually run a chase before. I'm not sure. How did you all feel about it? I was a bit worried that it was
It's
just getting a bit like, I'm gonna dash.
I think it was pretty well balanced, to be fair. I think the dash in it, like, I think when it got to like kind of the third or fourth dash, it was a bit of a, oh, I'm just gonna dash again. But there was it still came down to the wire. That there still had to be something done because someone didn't have all those dashes.
Yes.
So it did
True.
balance itself out, and the payoff at the end kind of outweighed the dash issue.
Cool.
I would say.
That's good to hear.
We also had a very unlucky and lucky rolls at the same time, where someone got 1, and then someone got 20, and then someone got
Yeah.
1, and then someone got 20.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
that
know
was
what you're
good.
on about. Constantly behind me.
I rolled 3 crits during that, and I didn't get to use any of them.
Any of them? That's so savage. Oh no, that was
I quite like that we rolled for the complications of the next guy, because
Mhm.
that sort of makes, you are responsible for the trouble that the next guy is having, which,
good.
a little bit of tension, let's say. I would probably make more complications, even
Yeah,
in the
that's not a
higher
bad idea.
range.
Yeah.
Because in the end, you're correct. If your turn is I'm dashing and nothing else happens, then that's not necessarily a super.
No, it's not a very interesting turn.
Unless
Yeah.
you cap the dashes, and possibly, I don't know, on the third dash it introduces an exhaustion or a lack of concentration or something. Like if you dash 3 times in a row, you're going to be at full sprint.
Yeah.
So you could roll something there and trip over a log, miss foot in a rabbit
you could-
hole or something like that. Like
You could also sort of skip the first 2 or 3 rounds and say, yeah, okay, you've been dashing for 3 rounds. You're essentially out of free dashes now. You have to get creative or something.
Sweet. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
It's
because I mean, looking at my score, I could dash 5 times.
Yeah,
yeah.
before you
I
start
could
having to
run
save.
over the entire map and still not be exhausted. So it doesn't really become an issue in most chases, at
I
least
say
the ones that I've
especially myself, because I can do 70 feet. So
Yeah.
I've covered that whole field in
Yeah.
3 or 4 dashes.
I can do 8 dashes without having to take a break.
Yeah, that's nice. I think I did it because I wasn't sure you guys hadn't made your characters yet, and I was like, oh, what if one of them has like a -1 constitution? Like, then there's gonna be really fucking shit.
No, I
it's
think all in all it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad to hear it. Glad to
Regardless of where we got to, we still had to deal with the dragon at the end.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the danger comes from if someone does get left behind, they just die because everyone else is too far away to get back.
Sure,
So I think I like it.
The
I'm
funny
glad.
part, though, in the end, the guards didn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
No, they didn't do a single
They
thing.
just stopped the chase, basically.
They just stopped it coming after
But
you
at the
guys,
end,
yeah.
to be fair, I enjoyed that though, because I was kind of hoping that they didn't just chase it off. I was hoping there would
Yeah.
be something at the end to give me a chance to actually turn around and do something, because I've been doing
good.
all that running.
And it was actually kind of close because I think if Limerak wouldn't have got it there, Holtz would have had a turn. If Holtz wouldn't have got it there, then it is actually kind of right in you guys' faces, and it would have had a turn. And that probably would have been
I'm so glad I'm a Goliath war veteran and I haven't been able to hit anything.
Yo, so when you guys rolled the random encounters and you rolled pretty much the only one that wasn't like a straight combat thing, I was like, oh no, I don't know if I'm ready to run the dragon encounter right now. But that's just how the dice rolled.
So could we
it's
say
good
that
stuff.
we're just setting camp up with these guys? Or did you have a whole story arc with these?
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna imagine next session you guys will just start a short rest with these guys, but they seem to be heading in the opposite direction to you guys.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Well, we need to take some time to strip this dragon for parts, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, dude. All right, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for guys.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think we'll probably stick to bi-weekly for now,
Yeah.
just to get into the groove, and then yeah, I'll message in the chat, I guess, and organize another date for the week after this, if that's all right with everyone.
That was good.
Sweet, and then hopefully we can get to the start of the adventure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sweet, thanks
Thanks.
guys.
You
See you all
also.
later.
See you all later.
Wait.
Bye.